If your furniture and make the inside feel like a sauna, it's time to replace your old windows with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Every single window is custom built with your specs in mind, your hardware choices, styles, look, and feel of your specialty windows. Renewal by Andersen has a great offer to help you get started too. Now through the month of February, buy 4 windows and/or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. They're locally owned and operated, and everything is made in the USA. Renovations can be scary, but Renewal by Andersen can make it easy. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry. Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is, most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. With the lowest prices in 10 years, plans now start at just $34 a month and are 100% risk-free, so you can never lose your investment. Plus, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. And we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down. Oh, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more. And we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind and the Under Oath podcast. Here's some more free advice. After you get into a car accident or experience any other injury, you cannot imagine what the insurance companies will do to fight your claim. They will go through your social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other site you post on. They will use photos of you smiling to suggest you were not injured, that your life has not been impacted, all to avoid paying your medical expenses. Be careful when you post online. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Happy Valentine's Day to a little boy almost dies after drinking a Slushie, and another major movie is headed for disaster, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hey, cutie patootie.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello. And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And how is everybody doing on a Valentine's Day? Yeah. Here we are, friends. We got a lot for you today, and we're ready to dive head first into it and get ready for Fritz on the Street a little bit later on in the show. The showdown continues there. We have to stop C-Lane from his domination that has been going on for over a year now.
Yeah, I'm sick of it and ready to
I am too.
change things up.
Yeah. I don't know what we have to do, but we have to do it. And we need to do it fast on this lovely Valentine's Day. Let's get to it. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And here we go. We go to, this is, I'm trying to figure out what city this is in. Henderson, Nevada. In Henderson, Nevada, it all starts with a knock right there. Now, as the door opens, the police are greeted by a little boy who hands them his mother's bag of meth. And that's what's going on over there.
A child hands a police officer a bag of drugs.
Well, thank you.
He's a little guy.
We were called to come check on your son.
A second police officer tries to comfort him.
What's up, little man?
Poor guy.
What's going on? Hey, I'm Officer Hanson. You scared? What's going on?
All right,
man?
kid is obviously very upset and is crying here. Mom, who her eyes look like she's been on meth for about 3 days, she is freaking out because she saw the son hand over a bag to the police officer. And it wasn't a small bag. It was a big bag of meth. And yeah, they said that the cops were sent there for like a wellness check on this kid. Now, this has prompted a different discussion, which I want to talk about in just a moment here. But first, back to the action.
What's going on? Do you want to take a seat on the bench?
He's had my phone in the bathroom for like an hour.
This is the boy's mother, Kendra Long.
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
So this is your child?
This is my baby. Yes, he's been in the bathroom for an hour.
Okay.
I wonder
Literally
why.
an hour.
Yeah, he's been in the bathroom for an hour, or literally an hour. Yes, because he's been calling the police.
How old is
on
he?
his mom. He's a little guy. Let's see if it says the age of him. I think he's like 5 or 6 or something.
God, that's horrific, man.
No, he's 9 years old. And the kid was 9 years old. He hands cops a massive bag of methamphetamine he found under his mom's nightstand. Officers arrive, and he ends up giving them the bag. And Kendra Long is the woman who was arrested on charges of drug trafficking and child abuse. She posted bail later that day of $25,000. And
so her business has been lucrative.
Yeah. She's selling it from the house. She was selling it from the house, and there was 100 grams of meth in this bag.
What does 100 grams of meth look like, do you think?
It's a pretty big bag. You only see it for like a brief second when the kid hands it over, but it was quick. Now, the conversation that this started was, little kid goes into the bathroom. He gets on the phone. He calls 911. The police come out for a child wellness check. Kid hands the cops the drugs. And guess where the kid goes? He goes back to his dad's house to live with his dad. So everybody starts to suggest.
No idea.
Right. Everybody starts to suggest dad, looking to get custody of the kid, tells the kid to go call 911 and hand him the bag under mommy's nightstand.
I mean, is that what it takes? Because I don't think that the kid should be with mom.
Right, me too.
It's very clear to everybody.
But there was a lot of people who are actually, Sabrina, saying, you could have handled this in the family. What she's doing was wrong, but it's still not right for, him to do this. And I thought that was ridiculous because if she's not dealing meth, if mama's not dealing meth out of the house, you don't have a problem to begin with. You're putting it all on the father and this little kid. Here's an example. You don't narc on your mother. His father could have handled it and then taken the son, then got her in treatment. My God.
Okay, you have 100 grams of methamphetamine. That is not something you handle within the family.
Yeah.
It's like your kid is in a very dangerous position.
Exactly.
Clearly knows something is wrong to call 911. But, I mean, with that amount that's being pushed through in the house, there's no way dad didn't know, right?
No, he must have known. No, he must have absolutely 100% known. But even if dad narked or told the kid to do it, it doesn't matter to me so much. The kid is in a house with meth heads and people going in and out to buy meth. And the idea that you go, well, you shouldn't tell on your mother. Instead, you should handle it. I don't know what that means. Take the son. You can't legally do that. And then get your ex in treatment. You have no power over that person that you're not even with anymore. This may not be that popular, they said, but family is family unless it's murder or pyromania.
Weird line to draw. Murder and pyromania. It's like only murder and pyromania. Any other charges? Family is family. You got to stick with them. And a lot of people were saying it was a setup, and then the father was involved. This guy says, I've been that little boy. Now that I'm 32, I know what I done was the right thing. But when I was a kid, I felt like I was letting my parents down. But at the end of the day, they became better parents, and I understood what I didn't want to be as a man and a father. So many people are saying that the father was responsible for this. What the hell, man? If I was the dad, I would have been happy as hell to set this up and have this mother trip down, because you can't magically do all the things that somebody was expecting there. What do you think? Let us know with the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Go to thenewsjunkie.com on your phone, your laptop, wherever, and send us your thoughts. But there you go, $430,000 home, and the woman inside selling meth. It is Valentine's Day, as I said, and it may be harder for you to get a ride today. Because of all days, Uber and Lyft drivers are using Valentine's Day to strike for fair pay. They said, we're not taking it anymore. We deserve, and we're going to protest over more monies. That's not just in New York. That's like nationwide. Yeah, this says, I think it's worldwide, actually, because they're talking about the UK as well is going to be involved in this. Uber claims in a retaliation strike that drivers in the U.S. make about $33 an hour and are satisfied with their earnings. It says it doesn't expect the strike to have a significant impact on trips or prices. But if you find yourself looking for a ride, that might be why it's late.
Do you think they really make $33 an hour?
I don't know if they make it on average. That seems too high on average.
I've heard that the rate that they make is just abysmal at times. And then if they're making $33 an hour, how much in that hour are they spending on gas?
I don't know. If they're
we
driving around
have a lot of Uber
much.
listeners, so give us the intel here.
Yeah.
And they have some free time today if they're all striking.
If you're an Uber driver, number one, are you striking? Number two, what do you make on average an hour? Those are the two questions for you. But I think to C-Lane's point, I would guess that Uber gets to $33 an hour on average by like screwing around with the metrics a little bit. Like they say, drivers in busy major metros that put in a minimum of 10 hours of driving a day, so they know they're like people who are grinding, getting as many trips in as they can. And then once you put so many filters on what you're doing, it's like, wow, these are the high earners, but that by no means would be an average. That would be my guess as to what they're doing.
Also, I'm just going to order an Uber today and just sit in the back and go, scab! Scab!
Look at you.
How could you do this to your fellow Uber and Lyft drivers? My God. Jon Stewart is back, friends, at The Daily Show, and it brought back the biggest audience in 5 years to the program.
He's just doing those Mondays, right?
I think he's doing 1 day a week, Mondays, and he drew in, they said 1.85 million viewers, but the actual broadcast got 930,000, and they did one of those things where they put it on all of their channels. Like they put it on MTV, MTV2, Paramount, Pop, TV Land, CMT, Logo, all of them, Comedy Central. They put out all of the networks all at once, and then they did a repeat afterwards, and all of that only got them to 1.85 million. Still good, and much more than they've had. It's on Comedy Central is where it starts. But it's still, obviously the Daily Show is a bigger imprint, I would think, online. But Jon Stewart did what he did. He did a Jon Stewart thing. And afterwards, the ladies at The View got very mad at him. They were very angry at him. The View ladies got very, very mad because after 9 years away, Jon Stewart came back and made some jokes about how Biden is very, very old. And that this is a problem.
He is.
Yeah, they said, well, this is ageist. Ageist and offensive is what they said. Well, I'm sick of this ageism. And Jon Stewart's rant was like, 90% about other things, but then he hit on just the truth of the matter that not only Biden, but Trump also are very old. And Biden is, in particular, much older. And Biden also is perceived as older by a lot of voters. I think like 90% of people are worried about Biden's age. So Jon Stewart bringing that up isn't some fringe thing. It's not ageism. It's just a common thing that people are worried about, for God's sake. And they said, enough's enough. What are you doing? You must agree on everything or nothing at all.
I think that there's this like inherent worry in people when you add an ism to the end of something that they're like, oh my gosh, this is super offensive. I'm being ageist. I'm participating in ageism. When you're like, no, there's a significant worry about the fact that Feinstein before her death she died, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were just rolling her around.
Making sure I didn't just go. Yeah, they were just rolling her around and whispering in her ear what to say. Like, that's no way to go out.
Do you know where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in meetings, had no idea what was going on. But no, don't bring that up.
He also mentioned Glitch McConnell. Was that ageist? That's it's a real thing. It's a fact.
That Glitch McConnell thing was so great. Just to watch a person reboot in front of the cameras is the world we're living in. But don't dare mention it.
You're frozen right
That's
now.
That's ageist. Sealand's frozen with the greatest reaction. Whoa! He's having some internet problems.
I did that. I mean, I guess I'm having internet problems in here, but did you think I was frozen?
It was definitely frozen.
No.
It was a
No
long
way you
time,
faked
man.
it. Do it again.
I guess maybe he did. I don't know, man.
He faked us out with the fake freeze.
Wow. That was weird.
I thought you were frozen for sure. You got to pick the right pose. You're like the street performers on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, where they do the thing where they freeze with like a football in their hand. My God. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into you. Your dispatches are all lined up and ready to go. Plus, somebody did the worst thing possible right out of the movies and into real life. What did they do? Well, that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 westbound near I-4 exit 10. There's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on the Greenway and State Road 429. And authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive near Rouse Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventors information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential every step of their invention services. Remember, that's InventHelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Every parent wants their child to find happiness in whatever path they choose. Florida Prepaid has a plan to help you support them by affordably and confidently saving for college. Our 529 prepaid plans start at just $34 a month, and you have peace of mind knowing that when you lock in 2024 prepaid plan prices, your payment will never go up. It's inflation-proof and further proof that it's the best way to ensure the brightest future. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Get to Twin Peaks for Wing Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we have 6 boneless wings, fries, and a soda for just $10. Prefer a signature draft beer? It's only $2 more. That's every Wednesday at Twin Peaks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Anka.
And I'm Skip Bronson.
What happens when two old friends take their decades of experience in the business and sit down with our buddies?
You get Our Way, a brand new show from iHeart Podcast where we chop it up with our pals about everything under the sun.
Hear amazing guests like Jason Bateman, Michael Bublé, Mark Burnett, and many more as they sit down with Paul and Skip.
This is our podcast, and we're going to do it our way.
Listen to Our Way on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Use car payments for $99 a month. See the cars when you leap online to OrlandoNissan.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
do appreciate it. Oh, is it hot? Is it hot in that studio, Sabrina?
Damn sauna, man.
Oh, no. That's what I heard. I heard the AC's broken.
And like you, it's days where I walk out of the house, I'm like, oh, it's brisk. I'll wear a thicker jacket. And here we are, just sweating it out on a V day.
We're going to get to you with your dispatches in just a moment. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on yours right now. But first, I want to touch on something. Have you guys seen this police body cam footage that everybody's sending around? It's all over social media.
No.
Okay. I mean, the cops are on one out there. We've got a bit of a crisis going on here in law enforcement that I think needs to be handled, and I'll show you Exhibit Z, okay? Now, this is a police officer, and this happened in Florida, and he pulls somebody over. I'll give you all the details later. But he pulls somebody over, and then he puts them in the back of his car, presumably in handcuffs. Obviously, he would have had to have patted that person down, one would think, before the officer put them in the back of his squad car. The officer is walking by his squad car when all hell breaks loose. Now, for those of you over on YouTube and Twitch.tv, check this out. Here it goes. I'll put it up on See It Now for everybody else. Cops walking by his squad car here. Brace yourself. About to get wild.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
All right, the cop started screaming shots fired and started barrel rolling in the grass. Okay?
I didn't hear any shots.
Well, he said shots fired. You know, his shots have been fired. We're going to go with what he says so far. And let's see how he responds to this with the perp in the backseat of the car.
Shots fired!
All right.
Oh, there's the shots.
Unloads his weapon.
Oh,
I'm hit, he says. Drops his clip.
What?
Don't know what that was.
In the car! I shot through the car! Oh!
All right, he's down on the ground now. All right, you can hear the other officer who's trying to help him out, like, start to put things together here. I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to tell you what happened here. That was because an acorn landed on his car.
No. You are kidding me.
An acorn dropped from the tree that was next to his squad car. The tiny acorn.
He unloaded a clip.
He jumped into the air and said, shots fired, and started barrel rolling on the grass.
Did the guy inside the cruiser survive?
He's alive. I don't know how. I don't know how he's alive, but the man has somehow survived this.
My dear God.
He like is so on edge. This man needs to be 8 miles away from a badge, okay? 8 miles away from any kind of power like this, any kind of weapon. He needs to be as far away from law enforcement as he possibly could be. Can you imagine the South Park-ness to this clip is just like so hilarious
He's
to
coming
me.
right for us.
I was hit. Hit by what?
Ricky Bobby running around on the track, and he thinks he's on fire. I'll play that again for you now that you know that was an acorn that landed on the top of his vehicle. I set this up by saying that the person was in the back of his squad car, meaning one would hope that they've been frisked and he would know or at least expect that they don't have a weapon to begin with to fire at him. And then he just, like a shooting gallery, opens fire. All of this over an acorn landing on top of his squad car. One more time. Here you go. Now you know what's going on. Keep that in mind. Walking past the squad car. No shot.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
But rolls on the ground like he's on fire.
Shots fired!
Yep.
And then with a person walking. Oh my dear God.
Just starts blowing out the back window of his vehicle.
I'm hit!
He's on the ground on his side.
All right, question. Was he actually hit? And
no!
Okay, but he said he was hit.
He says, I'm hit.
He's rolling around on the ground like he's hit, and then screaming that. You could see in that clip, like as he's on the ground, unloading into his cruiser, which if you just take a second, buddy, you'll see that the doors are closed. There's nothing to indicate that there's a perp with a gun shooting at you.
I mean,
and there's a woman walking to the side. Could have been killed.
If the perp is shooting at you from the inside, it's a miracle that those bullets have made it through the windows without breaking any of them on your car.
Very tiny.
Have the two of you, I know the answer to this question, but just go with me. The two of you have shot a gun before. You've heard a gun going off, yes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You imagine that sounds a little different than an acorn dropping on top of your car?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes.
I mean, even...
What if there was a firework that went off? I mean, would he have grabbed, like, his assault rifle out of the back?
Did you even hear anything?
No.
I didn't even hear a sound on the clip of this. I didn't even hear a sound.
If it was loud enough that he thinks that was gunfire, we should have heard it on the on that body cam footage. Also, I'm trying to imagine the biggest acorn possible hitting the most acoustically hollow, reverberatory part of the police cruiser, and I still am not getting to a gunshot level in my head, in my imagination.
I mean, we don't have to imagine it. We can walk along with the cop. Let's listen for this acorn or gunshot.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
A comedy of errors.
Shots fired!
Wow, man.
They just unload.
Well, he's like, "Are you okay?" And then he just shoots at her.
I'm shot. I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit.
I'm curious if the "I'm hit" was just him not realizing everything that was going on and in all the excitement that he himself drummed up, or at first I thought maybe one of those bullets ricocheted off the cruiser and hit him, which would have been even stupider.
Oh, God.
Anyone who's been shot, you've been shot.
Yeah, one would think so. And even if it hits your bulletproof vest, it's still, you're taking a massive impact.
Or he had a bunch of, empties, a bunch of shells flying out of that thing. Maybe one of them hit him and, burned him or something. He was hit.
Oh, my God. It's a slapstick comedy. It's like something from the movie Airplane. It's unbelievable. In November of 2023, that's when this body cam footage that's been released is from. A police officer in Okaloosa County, Florida, got in a heated shootout with an acorn, endangering the life of a detained man who was handcuffed in the car. In a video that's gone viral on social media this week, both for its absurdity and terrifying implications, Deputy Jesse Hernandez hears an acorn drop onto his car. In response, he dramatically rolls on the ground while repeatedly shouting "shots fired" and unloading his sidearm into the vehicle, shattering its back window. Now, on to the guy who was in the back of the car. Let's hear about him. At the time, a handcuffed man named Marquise Jackson was inside the vehicle. Jackson is a Black Florida resident who has been detained by Hernandez and his partner, Sergeant Beth Roberts, after being accused of stealing a car and sending threatening messages to his girlfriend. One of the messages included what police said was an image of a pistol silencer. After rolling on the ground, the officer said, "I'm hit." He had not been hit, and he told Roberts that shots were coming from inside the car. Roberts also unloaded her firearm in the vehicle as Jackson lay in the back seat. So he unloaded his gun, and she unloaded her gun as well. Both of them unloaded their firearms.
Could we reasonably expect her to do so if she believes him that somebody's shooting at him?
It is much more understandable that she would listen to what he was saying and start to fire because she believed that there was a grave danger to both of them. However, she's right there, and she also would not have heard the gunshot that prompted all of this. Should also have been able to look at the vehicle and notice that none of the windows were blasted out. And I think you could argue that there was enough information in front of her that she should have been able to override that, but she didn't. She unfortunately ended up firing right along with him. Hernandez resigned while under investigation for his handling of the incident on December 4th, according to a press release this week. A document laying out the investigation's finding would be comical if the stakes weren't so high. It describes Hernandez falling over, rolling on the ground for several seconds, falling over again while struggling to stand up, breaking his sunglasses, sending a piece flying into the frame. He shouted "shots fired" 4 times and said he was hit. His partner, who also unloaded, seemed confused, said, what's going on right now? And he said an acorn hitting the car is barely audible before shooting begins.
Woof.
So even during the investigation, he was adamant. He was like, no, shots were fired. Shots were fired. And They said he had no prior law enforcement experience, but was at West Point before this and was also in Afghanistan. He said he never faced combat because he was an officer. And when they showed frame-by-frame footage of an acorn hitting his car, he said, an acorn? And they said, yes, that's what it was. My God.
Oh, so wait, frame by frame that you can actually see the acorn in the video?
That's what this story from Vice would suggest, that you could see the acorn actually hitting the vehicle, and they had to confront him with that while he finally saw this. I have no idea how this guy, Marquise Jackson, did not die in the backseat of that car. Maybe that's another thing. Both these officers opened fire on a vehicle and unloaded their weapons, and nobody hit the dude in the back seat. That in and of itself is it's a great problem to have, but it's a kind of a problem. And Marquis Jackson said, the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, blah, 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 blah. He said he was fine, but he is not okay. As in, like, he's having some after effects from this. It's a very TLDR, as you can see in front of me, message that he's posted on his Facebook.
Oh, gosh.
It's a wall of text. He says, I truly believe I'm damaged for life. As shots stopped firing, officers started telling me to put my hands up. Mind you, I was handcuffed the entire time. I reminded them that they handcuffed me, which led them to begin to tell me to sit up straight. And they said the guns were pointed at me the whole time, blah, blah, blah. Unbelievable. What do you think about this?
Can't see it anymore in the chat, but Seawetch says Okaloosa County needs to just write this guy a check.
Yeah, you might be behind the eight ball.
I was thinking, too, if this was like a misdemeanor or something really kind of low end of the crime spectrum, maybe just, kind of be like, we're even here. But he did potentially steal a car and threaten a woman, so we should still take that seriously.
Yeah, he committed a crime before this, allegedly, and that's bad, and they should be held accountable for that crime. But these officers, straight up Keystone cops, man, it is just embarrassing behavior. I can't believe you got people like that out there on the streets. This is a crisis of confidence we have right now, whether you like it or not. What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's see what you have to say. We got to get to your dispatches, including, here's Seychelles. He's saying the cops shouldn't have resigned. All right, well, let's see what that point is. Hang on, it's just coming in right now.
Hello, the news junkie.
I know he's going to start that
Sabrina.
Here he is.
Good afternoon, the news junkie, Sean, Celine, and my lovely Sabrina.
Got it.
Sean, I think it would have been fun that the guy didn't retire or resign. Because can you imagine the jokes going around every time he comes into work? All you have to do is just drop an acorn.
Yeah, I can imagine them giving him some nonsense for this, but better that he's fired and out of here.
You hide acorns in his locker at the station.
They all fall out as it opens. What is that, man? That is just so insane to me. Here's Insecure Walrus joining us.
Long story short, but I was once arrested for DUI. Was completely sober.
Samesies. Not
failed all 3 field sobriety tests, and when they finally took me into the office because they didn't have mobile breathalyzers, they determined, wow, you just can't balance on one leg and say the alphabet backwards very well. I guess we'll let you go. Oh, crap, we already towed your car. So I talked the police officer into giving me a ride to where I had another car. And
guy's got 2 cars.
So in the process of getting in the back of his cruiser again, this time uncuffed,
he
says, oh, crap. I never frisked you, and makes me get out of the car and frisks me. He goes, wouldn't be no good for you to kill me now, and then I can get back in the car. All at 2 a.m. in a very weird, rich part of town. It was a very weird experience.
Look, I know there's a lot of great, skilled police officers out there. I'm just going to need you to stand up a little bit more when the dopey-ass police officers do stuff like this.
Yeah, take a second to see, was that a bullet? Or was that an acorn?
Acorn. Was that an acorn? Has he heard a gun fire? It's a very loud thing. I was talking about this with Courtney one time. She, around the 4th of July holiday, heard something. She goes, was that a gun? And I go, no. A gun's one of those things that, in my experience, you know when a sound happened and it's a gun. If you don't confuse it with a firework most of the time, you go, wow, that was a gun. And then you try to figure out what happened. But this It's like a dunk, boom, on top of the roof of his car. And then he goes full on Jason Bourne mode, jumping and rolling around, clip dropping out, and everything that could go wrong went wrong. We want to get your thoughts. Send them to us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours now. We got to get to this story that was straight out of a movie. The worst kind of worse, and it wasn't what I just talked about. This is something somebody did to an elderly woman, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast on the rest of this Wednesday. If you have any sort of Valentine's Day plans, we're expecting a beautiful Wednesday. Temperatures for highs will be warming into the low and mid 70s with a good amount of sunshine on the way as well. As we look ahead, though, into tonight, we do cool things off and we keep things sunny and dry through the end of this week. However, by the weekend, we do expect the return of chilly temperatures, wind, and rain. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Folks, you need people you can trust to help you out when things go wrong around your house. When one of those big appliances has an issue and you don't know how to fix it, you can rely on Mills Air. Their AC techs are the best in the business, and they can help you no matter what kind of air conditioning you have. Whether it's one of the split ACs, whether it's a big giant setup with multiple air conditioners outside, whatever brand you have, Mills Air is going to help you out. They're the most professional techs that I've ever encountered at any of these AC places. That's why they've been in business for over 32 years, because they do great work and they're good to people. They treat you fairly and they're honest. Their techs can service any brand out there. Do not worry about that. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, meaning that they can hook you up with big rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. Why leave that money on the table? This is a smart move. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments so you can enjoy life without the hassles of sneezing and sniffles. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ALL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text ALL to 321-321. That's ALL to 321-321.
Hey, Joe Montana here. Back in my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia, a bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older, or 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or asthma, you're at increased risk. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty, But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations, like the Beatles Now and Then. Just search Beatles and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Don't miss huge savings on better sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. For a limited time, shop in store to score a Sleepy's Queen mattress for only $89.99. That's over 60% off and the lowest price ever. So hurry in today. This deal is only here while supplies last.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
March 16th, a month and 2 days away. Just OK 8, and you need to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Go over to realradio.fm/justok and get your general admission tickets while you can so you don't miss out on the great event.
How's the band practice going?
We have not practiced yet.
Decided
we've
your
discussed.
set list?
No, we've talked about a bunch of things. We got a bunch of ideas rolling around, but Celia and I have not, we haven't gone to the practicing schedule yet. We will, though.
I'm looking forward to it.
We got to lock it in a little bit more, and then we'll probably do a couple of run-throughs and get everything perfectly ready to go for just a mind-melting performance on March 16th for Just OK 8.
You going acoustic or electric?
I'm going acoustic. Yeah. We're gonna go. We're gonna go that route. We haven't really talked about that, but I was just assuming that we were going acoustic.
Openly, and then maybe some extra instrumentation.
Whoa!
All right, I like this. I'm in good hands here. I'm in real good hands. He was saying I'm going to use some looping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, yep. All right. I don't know how to do any of that, so I'm glad that you do. And
that's how I feel with Fritz every single year. I mean, pretty much the entire band. They're like, they make me look like I know what I'm doing.
You guys know some stuff, man.
Yeah.
Very talented folks. All right, go get those tickets. realradio.fm/justok. Some additional details on that deputy body cam footage where a deputy freaked out, hopped, jumped, rolled, did all these things before firing his entire clip.
Do we know about the roll? I mean, is that a tactic that's taught to? I'm being serious.
I don't know.
For giving him the benefit of the doubt, which I understand can be hard. But if that was something that you're taught, where if you hear gunfire but you don't know necessarily where it's coming from, and they're like, do a couple rolls first, roll
the bullets out of you. I don't know what the functionality is supposed to be.
Drop, and roll.
So he jumps, then he fires his entire clip at the police car where this man is in the back seat, somehow does not get hit. His fellow officer hears what's going on and says, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "No, I'm hit." And then so she thinks her partner has been shot, and she's opening fire as well. She unloads her clip on the vehicle, and they said Marquise Jackson recently shared publicly the story of what might have been the scariest day of his life. That's what we were talking about on Facebook. It all began 8:42 on November 12, 2023 on McLaren Circle when the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office received a call of a vehicle driving around honking its horn, disrupting the peace since 3 a.m. A woman then called the sheriff's office.
That's not something you do in a stolen vehicle.
No, that's a dumb move right there. Accusing Jackson, 22, of taking a vehicle and sending threats via text message and phone calls. According to the sheriff's office, Jackson arrived at the scene at 9:09 a.m. He was detained, searched, handcuffed, and placed in the rear of Deputy Jesse Hernandez's patrol vehicle. So he was searched, he was handcuffed, he was in the back of the patrol vehicle. The woman then completed an affidavit for the stolen vehicle. She told deputies Jackson had a silencer, but she wasn't sure where it was and that he had more than one weapon. Well, he's been searched. He's in the back of the car. He's in handcuffs. And I see some of these people come to this officer's defense, and they're going, they thought the guy had a gun with a silencer. Well, why would they have thought that he had a gun to begin with when he'd been searched? Number one. Number two, I can't bring myself to believe that this cop is so dumb that he has a movie level, Hollywood level expectation of what a silencer actually does on a gun. A silencer does not make your gun go, like silent bullets flying through the air. Doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. A silencer only barely drops down the sound of a fired shot. It's not even that significant. It's still insanely loud.
Is there a YouTube video of somebody shooting a gun with a silencer on it?
Yeah.
That we could watch.
Bring one up if you can. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just search for, you want the visuals?
I mean, if I could see it, yeah.
All right, yeah, hang on. It's still very, very loud. But this is one of those things that people think because they watch 007, if you got a silencer on your gun, that it's going to go...
I always liked the fake movie sound for the silencer. It's always like a...
Let's see. All right. This is a suppressed Glock. All right. Let's see. This is a short video. This might do the trick for us. Some of these videos are fake, by the way.
Probably easy to do.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see if this is real. No, that's fake. Yeah, see, people do this all the time. They make a video and they're like, this is the greatest silencer ever. And it makes more and more people think that that's how it sounds. It doesn't. It's a very, very loud thing still. Let me see if I can find one that's not fake.
I actually enhanced the audio of the body
James
cam
Bond.
video, and I can hear the acorn drop.
Yeah, can
he's
you?
walking up here, going along. There we go.
Oh,
That's
God.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No wonder.
A lot of technology, a lot of AI went into that
Let's
enhancement.
enhance that a little bit more. There's.
Oh my
wow.
God.
I understand why he reacted that way for sure.
That was a woodpecker, actually. That was.
Yeah, I don't know why people make these videos with fake silencers. It makes things worse. It makes people believe that that's the case, that it sounds like that. I used to watch a reality show where they made like custom guns. Don't ask me why, but I
Sounds
watched
like
it.
a fun reality show.
Oh, have you watched the one where they make the knives?
Do they hook up with each
Forged
other?
in fire or something like that?
Oh, yes, I have seen that before, actually. Yeah, it's like that. And I saw them working on trying to make like the quietest silencer ever. And still, it was loud as hell. Florida Scratcher on YouTube says, Sean, if it's 22 with the silencer on it, shot from inside a vehicle with all the windows up, it would probably sound like an acorn. No shot, buddy. No shot.
Even if what he's saying is true, he was frisked before he was handcuffed or as he was handcuffed and put inside the vehicle. And unless he had the 22 and the silencer in some sort of body pocket, which would be a lot to put in there.
Yeah, right.
That's
even just the silencer.
not going to be a thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to find you a comparison video. But hold on. It's hard to sort the good ones and the bad ones out.
Just go GoldenEye James Bond.
Travis on YouTube says, that is actually what a suppressor does sound like. No, it's not. My God. I'll put anything down on it. It is not what it sounds like. It is more quiet when you have a silencer on your weapon, but the word silencer makes you think that it's just like somebody's not actually shooting a gun. If somebody was outside your house firing off a gun with a silencer, it would still be very clear to you from inside the house that there was somebody shooting a gun outside. It would be less loud, and it tries to contain like some of the heat in there, which is why those things get insanely hot. But it's still very, very loud. Okay, I'll get to that at some point here. Right now, I want to tell you the story that I was teasing for a bit. This is the worst kind of human being. A Marion County caregiver was arrested Sunday and accused of exploiting an elderly dementia patient for financial gain. I was just talking about a movie where they did this. This was the plot of the movie.
Was it I Care a Lot or something?
Yes, that one. The I Care a Lot movie where they would take advantage of people who are older and gain control over all their financials and steal their money and drug them and stuff. And this is stuff that, actually happens out there. The investigation into 52-year-old Sherry Hayes Luzader's activities began in September when the victim's son and daughter contacted the Marion County Sheriff's Office to complain that she had been removed from an assisted living facility by this woman and taken back to the victim's own home. The victim's son told investigators once she was removed from the facility, Hayes Luzader began assisting the victim with signing bank documents and adding her name to the victim's bank accounts. According to the sheriff's office, while the victim was in the facility, all of her affairs were being handled by her daughter, who held power of attorney. The victim's son and daughter told investigators they became concerned when they started receiving emails indicating account information was being changed at various financial institutions. After receiving the emails, the daughter said she contacted the institutions and provided power of attorney documents, but they wouldn't give her more information. So this woman was in the assisted living facility, got this woman checked out, brought her back to her house, and then got her name on all of the banking documents. They said more than $60,000 was transferred out of this lady's account, and she had full access to all of the money. Finally, after some working with investigators and police, they were able to get this to stop and get some charges against this 52-year-old Sherry Hayes Luzader. Can you imagine? Guy, if I was a family member and that was happening to somebody that I loved, that I cared about, I would be losing my ever-loving mind if I couldn't get it to stop.
Just a bit.
That would be very, very angering. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from U+. We're going to hear about a new movie. Lots of money went into this, big budget, but the reviewers so far, whoof, wait until you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road southbound near Land Street. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular stop-and-go traffic eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. No major problems on State Road 429. Traffic is pretty mellow on the Greenway as well. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Celebrate the Scottish culture in Mount Dora with bagpipers, Highland athletics, Celtic music, dancing, society and heritage, clan village, shortbread contests, and much more. Enjoy Scottish music, Highland dancing, tartan parade, pipes and drums performances, kids activities, food and beverage vendors, merchandise vendors, and there will be vendors selling their wares along with food and drinks. This is a family-friendly event for residents and visitors. Join the Monsters in the Morning as they broadcast live from Pisces Rising as they help kick off this special weekend in Mount Dora, Friday, February 16th. Get more details at realradio.fm/events.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $23.65. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License numbers C10252 and C10803.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
And Ashbomb emails. Ashbomb says, Sean, I think you look way cooler up close. I believe you're being modest and you can actually do at least 10 push-ups in a row. I'll stop you there because I tried to keep going with my push-up routine yesterday. I was trying to stick at the 5 I did the first day. But the 5 I did the first day, C-Lane, they made me so sore that I could only do 2 yesterday. I was down to 2. It's pathetic. It was just sad.
It's 2 more than I can pull off.
Oh, I gotta get back up there. It's gonna take a long time to get to this easy ripping through 50, I think. But I'll see you in 5 years when I get that all sorted out. Back to Ashbomb's email. Had people realized how amazing your band really was, Jennifer Love Hewitt would still be thinking about the one that got away to this day.
I see what's happening here, don't you?
I know what the end of this email sounds like.
Sorry, Jennifer, that's Courtney's man, she says. Also, you're so cool, awesome, talented, big-handed, and regular-eyed.
There's 7 words I'm waiting for.
You should take double the amount of days off this year. F the bunch of fat, ugly crybabies. Love the show.
Yes.
I think that's it. I think.
Okay.
No, it says, please pick me for Fritz on the street. Ashbomb. Thank you, Ashbomb. And you know what? I am going to pick you for Fritz on the street. I'm going to write your name down right now. Ashbomb. Email will be my choice for Fritz on the street, just like that, because she buttered me up. I'm not immune to it, so thank you for that. Before we go to this story about a movie just getting drilled by reviewers across the board, let's revisit what we were talking about. And I know all the gun folks are freaking out, losing their minds a little bit right now.
Come on.
They don't like if you say silencer, which is like the commonly used term. That's the regular vernacular for normies. They say it's a suppressor. You know, it's just like clip and magazine. They get very, very upset when they hear these things used interchangeably.
Okay, but where do those words come from then? The movies?
Yeah, okay. Mostly movies, and then it gets stuck in our vernacular. Here is somebody using a suppressor on a 9mm, just so you know the actual difference. And even though people in chat are like, no, you wouldn't be like the sound of an acorn. The cop was totally right. He's the greatest cop ever. He is real-life Jason Bourne. He did nothing wrong. He should be hired to be the sheriff. And those folks who are freaking out about this, here's the difference, right?
Quick test. We're going to do
this guy's got his 9mm.
Full length. First going to go unsuppressed, 3 rounds.
All right, he's going to shoot it regular first, just to sort of baseline us.
Did the same thing.
This is what the 9mm sounds like. It's outside. If that was inside, it'd be really loud. But, you know, outside it sounds less loud, but very loud. It's a gun, for God's sake. You know when a gun goes off. Now he's tightening on the suppressor, a.k.a. the silencer.
So it does look similar to what it looks like in the movies.
They look like you would think. Yeah, it's like a long barrel thing that twists on, just like you've seen before. That's what it's like. It's still a gunshot. If that was inside your house, you would have to cover your ears.
That sounds like a 22.
That was a 9mm that this guy was
saying
firing.
when the suppressor was put on, it made the 9mm sound like a 22.
Yeah, but the movies make us think that it just goes pss, pss, ding, ding. You know, that doesn't happen. It doesn't sound like acorns, as BDMP is saying. All right, before we go to these teed-up dispatches, there's a story making the rounds today, and I've seen a lot of people sharing this on social media, and I don't understand why there's even a debate over this, honestly, but
Instagram,
it says, does your partner really need to know your location all the time, ? And they go into, in relationships in the modern day, how a good percentage of couples share their locations with each other all the time. Like constantly sharing your GPS locations with each other all the time.
I know peeps like that.
And there are people that do this. And I'll go out and say, if you want to do that, if you're in a couple and you're okay with it and the other person's okay with it and you find it to be convenient and there's something you get out of it, but you don't feel like you're pressured and forced into doing it, then by all means do it. Use the technology to make your life just a little bit easier. But if you're in a relationship and it's like expected of you, even if you don't want to do this, that you share your location with the other person all the time, you don't owe that to anybody.
No way.
You don't owe that to anybody to go, here, you can track me all the time with this GPS info coming from my phone.
I go as far as to say if someone, like your partner, is requiring that of you, then that is a big red flag.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
I think
something
so.
you need to perhaps sit down and talk about, or just kind of get out of that situation before it's too late.
Right. That's why I wanted to couch it beforehand with the idea that in rare occasions, you're married, you got a couple of kids, you want to see if your spouse is like out running errands but might be close enough to pick up the kid, and it's just easier to have your GPS always sharing. Fine. You might be in that relationship. That might be you. But I think there's a lot of relationships where the person's like, no, I need to know where you are at all times. I'm going to track you, and I want you to use this GPS app. And they say it's not even just relationships with like a significant other. It's also like familial relationships, like with your family and your friends even, that you will share this. I'm sure you guys have done this where somebody will be coming over to your house and they might share their location so you can have an ETA on them.
Oh, for sure.
And then after they share that with you, like once they're at your house, it automatically stops sharing their GPS data with you.
I have done. There's a feature that's like that, but for Uber, where you can share the status of your Uber trip, and you can. There's multiple reasons. One of them is the one that you said. Like if I'm coming to pick you up in the Uber, I'm sending you this link. You're gonna know when I'm there.
Yeah.
And everybody that I've ever done that with has not been able to figure out how to use it. But the other one was like, and it's the same thing with sharing your location with friends. Like if you're going on a first date and, you just want to have somebody who knows where you are just in case things go really, really south.
That's smart. I mean, some of it makes total sense, but it shouldn't be a requirement in a relationship. Arya Shadowblade on Twitch says, I have a fear of something happening to me without anybody knowing, and then I'm missing for weeks. So yeah, my fiance and I always tell each other where we are.
I have a fear of being missing for weeks. That is very specific.
And she also thinks she's very stealable, which I'm sure she is, but
that's great.
Pocket size.
But it's not something that we argue about or that we get pissed off about if we forget. If we forget, we typically just respond with glad you're okay.
Zach says my girlfriend always turns off her location, and I respect that because I have an AirTag in her purse.
It's a weird time to be dating, man. It's a weird time to be in relationships like this. There's a lot of people who are listening who are saying, yeah, they do this, they share this and track people. And others that were saying they would never do this. I think it depends on when you grew up, what your relationship was like with people. But I think it's I don't know. This is kind of a thing that boils down to what kind of person you are. In fact, they say in this article, different experiences inform the diversity in how people feel about sharing their location with the significant others. They point to certain cultures that have more of a collectivist mindset. We navigate the world together. We support each other. We are our brother's keepers, she says. If it's been normalized over time, it's seen as a sign of the collective tribe. It's a good, positive thing. If you haven't been able to tell over the course of listening to the show, am not a collectivist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm an individualist at the core of center of my being and who I am. But I get that some people might want to do this. However, when I even see somebody, and you have both seen this, I know you have, when you see somebody that's in a relationship and they have a shared email with their significant other, I look at that kind of stuff and this kind of stuff and I go, I don't know. It seems a little much.
It does. But then, that's just their type, if they're both down to do it. And maybe that's where you just have those moments where you're different people. I can't ever see myself doing that. And I can't imagine myself, even if I'm the most in love I've ever been and this is the person I'm spending the rest of my life with, I think separate emails is just fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think unless, God, I'm trying to think of the reason why anyone would do that. It shows, does it not? Am I wrong? It shows that there's mistrust by having a shared email.
It could, but it depends on how it goes about, because maybe there are people with families and stuff, and that's the easiest way to update everybody. And, it could be so many different situations, but it just, for some reason, for me, falls under the umbrella of established family with a married couple and 3 kids that have family all over the States.
But I'm trying to think of a setup where a couple would have shared emails, they'd be tracking each other and all that stuff.
The husband is a paraplegic.
I mean, that person's not going to be going too far out of your purview, I wouldn't think.
It's 2024, Sean.
Grow up.
I'm trying to think of a...
They had an armless man who was arrested for armed robbery.
I know, and that was incredible. It's a breakthrough moment, I think, for the show and just for life in general, just life on this planet. I can't think of a reason why that would be normalized. To me, when I hear that, and I've had friends who have done that, I know people that have done that, and they say, oh, no, I'm totally fine with it. It suggests that there's one person or maybe two people in the relationship that are not fully trusting. That's what I see from that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Let's work in one dispatch real quick since I promised that, and I don't want to let you down. Here is Mad King talking about silencers/suppressors.
Good afternoon, junkies. The Mad King here. So silencers. As someone who's been involved in things,
crime,
I can tell you that I've shot a gun before with a silencer, and you could have been standing next to me, and you wouldn't have known I shot the gun until the body hit the ground.
Oh, God.
And there's that. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead. Don't forget it.
Thank you, Mad
Thanks
King.
for listening to the show.
Yeah, I
Get your
appreciate it. Kind of. No, that's not true. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and then I'll get to this movie. The movie that is just getting hammered by critics out there. Could they all be wrong? Are critics stupid to begin with? Yes. But we shall dive in and see what they're saying about this movie. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
But you got like ugly little long toes with the nasty little
They are beautiful feet, right?
No, they're not.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down through the city westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. There's still heavy delays eastbound on I-4 between US 27 and after State Road 429. It's pretty mellow on State Road 429. No major problems on the Greenway. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valentine Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Mortgage brokers are better, my friends. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don, they have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. So why not see the difference and go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and work with an expert and a friend that you can trust.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is celebrating becoming the Funny Bone. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Gary Owen on February 16th and 17th.
Now, I remember my first year in the Navy, I made $24,000 for the year. I called my mom. I said, you ain't got to work no more.
Followed by Tip Harris on February 23rd and 24th. Showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. That's orlando.funnybone.com. Come get funny at the Funny Bone.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all. And you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
The Monster Truck Circus is coming to the new Smyrna Speedway with 4 big shows. Friday, February 23rd, 7, Saturday, February 25th, 2 and 7 p.m. and Sunday, February 25th, 2 p.m. Big blown monster trucks flying 30 feet in the air. Freestyle motocross riders and a jet fire show. 2 big events in one with monster trucks and a circus-style kids zone with bounce houses, monster truck rides, and real fair food. All kids are free with a paid adult, and all advanced tickets get a free pit party pass at monstertruckc.com. New Smyrna Speedway will never be the same again.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Elevate the look of your home, all while saving money on your utility bills with new windows from Renewal by Andersen. All their windows are custom made, so let's say you want some chic black frames on your windows. But they're not HOA approved. That's not a problem with Renewal by Andersen because every single window is custom built. So that means the outside of your home can be HOA approved and inside can be approved by you, meeting your decor and design needs for your home. And if you have an historic home, Renewal by Andersen can accommodate you too and are able to match your color and style. Nothing is off the shelf because, again, every single window is custom built. Renewal by Andersen has a great offer to help you get started. Now through the month of February, buy 4 windows and or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles. Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search the Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio. Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
Just Okay 8, it is a big party, an event that you cannot miss out. Live music. There will be performers on stage doing things that you will have to see to believe, and you are just one ticket away. So hang out with us for St. Patrick's Day and party like you used to at realradio.fm/justokay. going to be a blast. You'll laugh, you'll be blown away, and you'll have really, really good times with other people who also listen to this show each day. I wanted to tell you about Madam Web since there's so many problems at the box office. There's been a lot of failures, a lot of comic book movie failures after a string of those things being huge, huge successes. And now the last couple just haven't done nearly as well. The Marvel one, I think it was The Marvels that they released, was a big flop, and they end up losing a bunch of money on that one. Then there was another one called Blue something. I forgot the
Blue
character.
Beetle?
Blue
Something like
Beetle,
that?
that didn't do that well. And The Flash, and there's been a couple of them in a string here that just haven't done that great. And the latest is Madam Web, and it's obviously not out yet, but this is Sony doing one of these Marvel movies, and people were making fun of the trailer. We played the trailer on the show because it's a clunky-ass movie trailer, and there was one part where there was like a ridiculous run-on sentence in it, and it just seemed kind of amateur almost, and the reviews are coming in. Now, before I say this, let me reiterate that movie reviewers are some of the most useless people on planet Earth. Everybody can be a movie reviewer. Just watch a movie. Do you like it? The critic score on Rotten Tomatoes is almost worthless, and the audience score is very, very valuable. If you have 10,000 people who have watched a movie and it's in the 90% range, usually, all right, usually that's a very good movie, and I've found that to stand the test of time. But Madam Web is not doing great, and some of the reviews are like this from Rolling Stone. Madam Web isn't as bad as you've heard, wrote Rolling Stone reviewer David Fear. It's so much worse than that, he said, before unloading on the film and the plot and the acting and everything that you see on the screen. So far, it's been called depressingly internet by The Hollywood Reporter, hilariously bad by the Daily Beast, which you're not going to put that on the screen in your trailers. You're not going to use that. None of the charm you'd expect from even the most basic superhero movie, says Variety. Every single reviewer down the line just crapping on it. And it makes me wonder, can anything pull us out of this tailspin here of these superhero movies failing? And maybe Deadpool. Deadpool's coming up before too long. People love Deadpool.
Because it's great.
It's so funny.
Deadpool's an awesome character. It's funny. It's very different from any other kind of superhero thing. And the other two movies. Oh, wait, there's two already, right?
Yeah,
this
is the third.
Yeah, this will be the third. And the other two were very big successes at the box office. And there is another one coming out. I think there's another Venom that is supposed to be released this year that they got some faith in. But this one not looking so good right now. And I've been watching Argyle, which is the movie I told you I saw, and I said it's got so many twists. It's just absolutely hilarious how ridiculous the movie is. But I did enjoy it for other reasons. Like, is it the greatest movie I've ever seen? Not by any stretch of the imagination, but it was kind of fun because of how cheesy it was with all the twists. But that movie was another one of the movies that cost $200 million plus. And I think last weekend it made $5 million at the box office. This is not good business, man. They're not making movies that people want to see. And you got to write that one. Otherwise, trust me, the situation fixes itself. It resolves itself. They're in the business of making money, and they will start making the movies that people want to see. I hope some comedies get caught up in that, but they don't seem to be making those much these days.
Meanwhile, they have a new Fantastic Four cast.
Oh, do they?
With, and I think, I mean...
I thought you were doing weather for a second there.
No.
Beautiful outside today.
Pedro Pascal is going to be in it.
Oh, is he? Who does he play?
I'm assuming... Oh, he's Reed Richards. He's Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, all right. That's the Stretch Armstrong guy, right? That's his thing. Like, he go, woo, his arms just keep going forever.
Yeah.
I don't know much about those guys, honestly. But I'll tell you what, I did it. I sat down and watched that documentary last night that both of you were talking about.
Oh, we did.
Lover, stalker, killer.
Yeah.
Lover, stalker, killer. Now, first things first. When Celine watched this, he said, my wife has watched way too many of these shows. She knew the twist right from the jump.
She knew the story.
I thought, she already knew the actual characters and what happened.
It wasn't what she does with other movies where she guesses the twist.
Okay.
She knew, she recognized the names and knew the story.
Because the twist was just painfully obvious to you guys, too, right?
No.
You didn't see it coming?
I had known the story as well, so once I started to watch it, I'm like, this sounds very familiar. But the way that they put it and all the details that they have in that documentary, I still found myself going, oh, my God.
Yo,
Look at
that lady is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen another human being willing to go to the levels of crazy that she very willingly went to.
But then got away with for so long as well, where it's like,
Yeah.
you'd think somebody to pull off something so insane, you would see that kind of character from a mile away.
Yeah.
And she was in other relationships too.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I wonder
nuts.
if like,
how did she have the time?
I don't know. But
It's according to the tracker, I mean, all of the time she spent was just driving around in circles around a baby mama's house.
Right.
It was
We don't want to give away too much of it. What'd you say it was called again, Sabrina?
Lover, Stalker, Killer, I believe.
Lover, Stalker,
Top 10
Killer.
on Netflix.
We watched that last night. Sabrina had mentioned it when it first came out, and then C-Lane had mentioned that he had just watched it. It is definitely worth watching. It's a fun ride. I kind of like the guy who's at the center of things. The the guy who's like working on cars and stuff. But
I
we
like
have
the Metro Cowboy.
that guy's outfits or something.
I like how the dude was like without saying it without saying it, was like, I was just looking for something casual. It's like he was just looking for something to bang online,
Trying to get laid. So let's talk about the thing that really stuck out to me. All right, and they didn't give enough time, I don't think, in the movie to talk, or in the show to talk about this, because it wasn't central to the plot. But let's talk about that investigator guy. What's the deal with that guy?
Which one?
The guy who was like, he found out that he had a brain tumor, but he didn't want to get the brain tumor fixed because he thought he wouldn't be able to solve the case.
Solve the damn case.
and the guy that said he gets paid $1 a year, and that's the salary that they give him to keep him on staff at the police department to be their investigator.
Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah, I missed that too.
Yeah, no, he said right off the jump.
I remember the part where he said he had a brain tumor and they wanted to operate on him, and he pushed back the operation, which I don't know that there would be a case that important to me where I would just go, you know what? Let me solve this first. Mm-hmm. And then we'll try to save my life.
Yeah, that's really strange. He said to this doctor, when his doctor told him he had a brain tumor, he said, "Will it change the way I think?" And
or affect my memory, maybe.
Yeah, and the doctor said, "Yes, it very well could." And he said, "And then I'm not going to do it until I solve this case." And I go, "Wow, that's a weird move." And at the beginning, when they first introduced him, they said he's on staff as a forensic investigator with the police force, and they pay him a salary of $1 a year. And then he's like mega autistic as he's introducing himself, and he even says,
Smart, man.
He's like,
So
I'm on the autism spectrum, and he's like, I'm drinking this coffee, and I got this coffee. I'm drinking 3 coffees right now, 3 coffees at the same time. I'm going, what the hell is going on with this guy?
I liked him. And if it wasn't for him, there was so much that would not have been solved.
Yeah, he was very integral to solving the case for sure. And did you guys freak out when it takes this guy, the autistic super cop who's getting $1 a year, to break this case wide open? And I go, why weren't they doing these searches for 2 years? Why didn't they knew that all this stuff was happening, but for 2 years, they didn't do anything to track down who was responsible for it. And that blows my mind, man. That makes me very, very afraid for what the future looks like. But yeah, check that out. It is Lover, Stalker, Killer.
The other thing that stood out to me, I'm reading some of this guy's comments on Reddit, the guy that makes $1 a year.
Oh, did he do an AMA?
He was in something called True Crime Discussion.
Okay.
And there was a post from a couple days ago, And I'm guessing this is the guy because somebody replied, like, you only make $1 a year? Mm-hmm. But I forgot the one thing that kind of I thought was funny, nerd-wise, is he goes, they didn't have the software capable of doing this kind of work, so I wrote it, and I named it Dex.
I liked him. I like him. I don't know what's going on with him, though. Is he like independently wealthy or something? He just really into solving crimes? Or I have a lot of questions for that guy, too. Maybe we should look him up. So go check that out. Lover, Stalker, Killer. Definitely worth 90 minutes of your time if you got it. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Jermaine Dupri is defending himself after the internet dubbed him the new little lad that loves berries and cream. And then the internet apologized. Not. The Taylor Swift phenomenon has reached a new level, like academic conference with scholars level, my friends. Plus, if you're rolling down the street smoking Indo but nothing to sip on, do I have some Nizu for Yuzu? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for the rest of our Wednesday. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon despite the chilly temperatures we had earlier this morning. Plan for highs to make their way into the low and mid 70s with a high of around 72 degrees for Orlando. We'll stay nice and dry today and even through the end of the week. Temperatures will be closing in on the 80-degree mark by Friday with showers returning for the weekend along with chilly temperatures and gusty winds. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then, Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Pucker up, Central Florida. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. This month, I'm on a mission to help you fall in love with a new car. So if your old rides left you brokenhearted, kiss it goodbye and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $89 per month. New cars from just $189 per month. You deserve a ride that makes your heart skip a beat. So bring me your old ride and I'll get you way over appraised value for your clunker. Do other dealers leave you feeling lonely? We kiss up to the banks and lenders who want to say yes. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. Check out our brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. Fall in love with the award-winning 2024 Outlander with 0% for 60 months. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $89 per month. Trade-ins, kiss it goodbye. We'll pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details. Offer absolutely ends February 29, 2024.
The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns March 7th through the 10th. Follow your favorite PGA Tour pros as they go for glory. Score a high five at the White Claw Fan Deck. Get groovy at Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle. Or embrace your inner foodie at Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Kendall Jackson. For a premium experience, try Orange Grove, complete with all-inclusive food and bar service, including access to the storied Bay Hill Clubhouse. Visit ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments so you can enjoy life without the hassles of sneezing and sniffles. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Don't miss huge savings on better sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. For a limited time, shop in store to score a Sleepy's Queen mattress for only $89.99. That's over 60% off and the lowest price ever. So hurry in today. This deal is only here while supplies last.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights, including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando location. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Get ready for our 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest. March 11th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year, and you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com. The Hartford Small Business Insurance is the presenting partner of the 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, live at South by Southwest. To learn more or start a quote, visit thehartford.com/smallbusiness. With insurance designed for your small business, the Bucks got your back.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
The world of entertainment and beyond. Also got Fritz on the street in just a bit, but real quick, something we need to touch on, and I'm digging in a little deeper to this, but everybody's freaking out right now. There was a statement from a couple of politicians that has led to a bigger conversation, and I'll give you the statement from the House Intelligence Committee. It says, today, the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence has made available to all members of Congress information concerning a serious national security threat. I am requesting that President Biden declassify all information relating to this threat so that Congress, the administration, and our allies can openly discuss the actions necessary to respond to this threat. So it's super vague, and they're not allowed to talk about it right now, but everybody started panicking. It says, House members got this earlier. The House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence has identified an urgent matter with regard to a destabilizing foreign military capability that should be known by all congressional policymakers on Valentine's Day, no less. And I got more on this, but we'll get to that in a little bit, probably after we do Fritz on the street. What is this that they're panicking about? What is this news? What is this, like, new threat?
That's a lot to get back to later for. That's all I'm going to think about.
Well,
tell us now.
We don't have all the information out yet, but I've got some of this ready, and there's some people who think they know what this is that they're freaking out about. So we'll get to that. All right now, let's get into this. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
It's getting hot in here. Take off for some clothes.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in every single weekend, get your questions answered live on the air, and listen to Fritzy. You know, he's been with the Home Loans Radio Show for quite a few years now, and the man knows his business. And he knows that because he works with Don all the time. So he made the process very easy. If you go to the website, you can get it started today. And any question you have direct access to Don himself. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was a mere 49 years ago. Sean, you remember. 1975.
I was not alive yet.
All right, well.
But like closer than most of the ones she says.
Yeah, of all of us, the closest.
I was negative 6 years old at the time.
To think your parents were just getting started. Didn't meet each other yet?
No, they were. No, maybe they. I don't know.
Oh, that's not what the throwback is about. So I'm sorry to divert. Let's get back to it. Someone who was alive was a judge, and a judge ruled that a particular theme song could not be used for an orgy scene. What scene? What movie? The Life and Times of Xavier Hollander? Am I saying that first name right?
I don't know that one. Sounds right.
Maybe it would have been more popular had they been able to use this theme song for that sexy orgy scene.
The leader of the club that's made for you and me.
Mickey Mouse.
The Mickey Mouse Club.
They wanted to film an orgy and put it to the tune of the Mickey Mouse Club?
Yep, the background music to an orgy scene in that movie, and the Mickey Mouse Club somehow was involved.
Why did they ever think that was a thing that would be able to happen?
I love that it got to the point of a judge having to rule it. They were going to push it. They're like, the scene will not work without the Mickey Mouse Club theme song.
I would watch it.
I wonder what song they did end up using.
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe someone can Google
Sesame Street.
Oh. As we continue on, for some reason, talking about the big old game that happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
More than 160,000 people took part in the annual USA Today Ad Meter poll, ranking the best and the worst Super Bowl commercials of the year. And I'm here to bring you the top 10. Now, at number 10 was Dina and Mita. Remember that one? That was the Doritos commercial with Jenna Ortega and her crazy grandmothers.
Okay, I think I only vaguely remember that, but yes.
They were like superheroes, and they could flip and stuff, and they had crazy motorized wheelchairs. Can't Be Broken, the Verizon commercial with Beyonce, where she tries to break the internet. That was at number 9. Old School Delivery, Budweiser, the pack of Clydesdales, and a golden retriever. Make sure alcoholics have their beer. That got number 8. Talkin' Like Walkin', the BMW ad with Christopher Walken, got at number 7. And that concludes my Christopher Walken impression. Hard Knocks at number 6 with the Dove and the inspirational, encouraging girls staying in sports thing. Born to Play.
You know what? I didn't get that one.
Because you're not a little girl.
They show this thing. And first of all, I thought the commercial was over like 3 different times, but the commercial kept going. It was a Dove commercial about girls, but all the videos they were playing were like bloopers of women's sports. And I thought
that was funny because they're like, they'll get back up again unless they're in front of a mirror.
Well, couldn't they find like some badass heroic moments of women playing in sports instead of like women just failing at sports?
I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Yeah?
They had at number 4, Worth Remembering, Uber Eats one, Perfect 10, the Kia, no stars. It was just a young figure skating girl for her grandfather, who I guess was stuck at home in the wheelchair, remember? And they were able to plug in the lights for the ice rink right into the car.
Oh, yeah.
It was impressive. Number 2, The Dun Kings, of course, with Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Tom Brady, and J-Lo. And at number 1, any guess, the number 1 after 160,000 people voted, best Super Bowl ad of this year.
I don't even know if I had a favorite.
Is it going to be the Mountain Dew one?
It is not the Mountain Dew.
No, damn it.
Not the Mick Ultra one.
It was Arnold, State Farm, Danny DeVito. Oh, and I can't say Danny DeVito in an Arnold impression, but it was number one, Like a Good Neighbor. And the worst one, they say, the weirdest campaign and the last commercial on this giant list was the American Values Robert F. Kennedy Jr. repurposed ad.
Oh, worse than Jesus?
Or Jesus, I guess, at some point ranked, but not lower than the fake JFK one. So congratulations to everybody.
Somebody said yesterday on the chat that the Jesus looked like Buddy Jesus or Buddy Christ in those commercials, and I see it. I kind of see it.
Truth or dare, guys?
Truth.
Have you ever faked a sickness to stay home from school?
Probably.
All right.
I don't
dare.
think I ever really did.
Lie on the floor and pretend that you are swimming for 2 minutes. We got some new Truth or Dare cards for Valentine's Day.
Oh, is that somebody dropped us off a Valentine's Day gift?
Yes, the Steels. They were very nice. I really appreciate it. A bunch of candy, too. And so I'm thinking, this is a drinking game, apparently. So I'm just going to throw it at you, and let's get hammered on. One who's getting hammered online is this guy right here.
Jermaine Dupri.
That is correct.
Damn.
And the Atlanta hip-hop legend. A lot of people at first thought that it was CeeLo Green. And then they're like, oh, no, that is Jermaine Dupri.
Did he get fat?
It was just his outfit and the way that it looked, like for a second kind of CeeLo'd. And then everyone started calling him a little lad who loves berries and cream. Mostly because of the socks. Maybe you want to pull up a picture of him and show the good people that are watching on the stream. But the reference being, of course, the nearly, this is crazy, 20-year-old Starburst commercial. Berries and cream. You know that one?
No.
You don't remember the berries and cream guy? Now I have to pull that up, too. So you flash forward to earlier this week, and Jermaine Dupri has seen all the memes and heard what everyone said, and instead of letting those sleeping dogs lie, he is now defending himself. He took to Instagram to share a caption of the current charts that are showing 5 of his songs with Usher in the top 10. Usher has 8 of the top 10. So he's like, how about that?
I would love to share it with you. I cannot do that currently.
Well, take my word for it. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Now, he said, okay, I ain't have time for y'all last night. I was too drunk. Me and my homies performed at the Super Bowl. I'm just really seeing y'all got me effed up. Or I'll say, it's funny as hell, yo. At Pharrell, you see this? P.S. We came into this game with our clothes on backwards. Ain't no regular, and a word I cannot say. So along with the picture of the socks and that caption, he shared another meme of his performance and kind of leaning into the publicity that he's gotten, right? Like, he's not going to have anybody knock him down, even with his goofy socks.
Good.
And the internet was like, sorry, Jermaine, we went too far. And that was also a lie. They doubled down. Them socks touch a soft spot. Sock it to 'em, JD. One of the fans commented, we never said you weren't a musical genius, but them socks were hilarious. Standing on business in them little ass Polly pocket socks. Let them know.
Polly pocket socks is nice.
So there you have it, my friends. Oh, time to be a flying. And someone be a polarizing. And of course, I'm talking about Beyonce.
Uh-oh.
Yeehaw, y'all. Now, Beyonce dominating the country music news cycle with talks of putting out that country album. Now, fans are pushing her music harder than ever, but there's one Oklahoma station that's not afraid to say no, y'all. Yeehaw. It turns out that they grabbed their assless chaps and they said, we're not going to play Beyonce. One, I guess, person requested to play the new song, Texas Hold'em, right there on X or Twitter. And KYKC replied with, hi, we don't play Beyonce on KYKC as we are a country music station.
This is why people have always hated the old vanguard of the country music elite.
Yeah.
Gatekeepers.
This is fake news, though.
What?
This is fake news. Yeah. Because the guy, he seems like a sweet little man who's running this little radio station. He said to the person at first, like, we don't play Beyonce on this radio station.
Not aware of the new song?
He said, I don't think he knew what was going on necessarily. And then he said, like, on our sister station, we play Beyonce frequently and we love her, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, oh, I see that there's a new song. We can't play stuff on a radio station until it gets like so many rotations elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, fine, we're going to play the Beyonce song. All right, we'll play the Beyonce country song. And I think that what they wanted, I think a couple of the media outlets, they want like Beyonce versus country music here. Like country music is going to try to stiff arm her and keep her out.
Oh, you're going to, try to do the chicks play on her, but it won't happen, huh?
Or more so like Lil Nas X. Remember, like Lil Nas X releases this song, and Billboard is like, no, it's not a country song. And it's kind of shaping up like that. Like, can a black woman be welcomed into the country world? But I don't see that there's going to be like a bunch of gates in front of her here. This dude was like, we'll play it. We'll play the country music.
My God, sorry guys, my bad. Someone who, I guess the opposite, was invited to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and absolutely hates it is one of the brothers of this band.
Oasis.
Oasis is right, and Liam Gallagher has responded with a one-line message to the news that Oasis has been shortlisted for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2024, and he says, F the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's full of bumbaclots.
All right.
And UltimateClassicRock.com was nice enough to define bumbaclot as a Jamaican derogatory term that literally means ass cloth.
It's calling him ass cloth, and he does not want to be in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Don't waste your time. As much as it's appreciated, it's all a load of poo-poo. So there you have it. Looking forward to that ceremony. On the Boob Tube, we have I Can See Your Voice on Fox. The Price is Right at night. Valentine's Day special. Let's Make a Deal prime time. Also, third season premiere of Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. And you can catch Pedro Pascal on Jimmy Kimmel. Follow your dreams.
What was that noise?
That was me calming myself and my loins down because I love that man very much. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Truth or dare?
What are loins, by the way?
I thought it was kind of genitals or something.
Yeah, is that what it is? Wait, like, is it
The fruit of
referring
your
something?
loins is,
Yeah, loincloth.
Or loins just
okay,
for...
loincloth too. All right, yeah. It's like
Is it
super
just for
old,
males? Or women have loins, right? Or
I feel like it's both of them, but I'm actually not sure. I never realized this until this moment. But
Truth or
we
dare?
have to, find truth.
Who is your celebrity crush?
I don't know right now.
Okay, this is
Julia
not
Roberts.
fun.
Let's go to
No,
break.
it's not Julia Roberts with the Julia
Drink.
Roberts stuff again. Time number 8 million. She's a fine woman.
Yeah, she is.
I don't necessarily care much more about her than enjoying some of her movies from time to time. Okay, I don't even know like her name or anything other than Julia Roberts. If that is a real name.
That was a weird phrase. I don't know her name.
I don't know a real name. Maybe that is a real name. Let me just stop burying myself. Quick break. When we come back, Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. And you know, if you've been listening, in Fritz on the Street, we represent you. Now, I've already picked up on Ashbomb from the nice email she sent me, but Sabrina and C-Lane are wide open.
At Sabrina Ambra.
And if they win, you win. And you get your hands on the Fritz magnet for Fritz on the Street. These are very, very rare for Game of Magnets. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for on Florida's Turnpike. Northbound at I-4, 2 right lanes are blocked. Southbound between the Greenway and Osceola Parkway, authorities are clearing up an accident there. 2 right lanes are blocked as well. There's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, fljobsnow.com for more info.
Well, hello there.
Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming. With live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges. Or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Hey, Joe Montana here. Back in my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia, a bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older, or 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or asthma, you're at increased risk. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Triple your tax refund money this month only at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. We'll triple your refund up to $10,000 when you buy a new Nissan and stretch your money further with tax time savings on new, certified, pre-owned, and used vehicles. Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando now. See dealer for details.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Did you know February was American Heart Month? It is. Life Imaging and the FLA wants to remind you that early detection saves lives. The first symptom of heart disease is often sudden death. You know you have the power to detect this before you have any symptoms. Give them a call. Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and with a few minimum requirements, you have a value of $699 and you can get that heart scan. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. When you get there, talk to them about the cancer screening as well. Super important. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Call pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Get that heart screening. Ask them about the cancer screening. It's super important. Early detection saves lives thanks to Life Imaging FLA. Make sure you tell them Russ Rollins sent you.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
The greatest game in all of radio, and you can play along. Don't forget, we represent you in Fritz on the Street, and when we do, if we win, you win, and you get your hands on the very rare Fritz magnet for Game of Magnets. And I have chosen, because of a very nice email that was sent to me, Ashbaum is who I will be representing in Fritz on the Street today. What about you, Sabrina? Who are you representing?
Oh, you know, after receiving a very nice Valentine's Day poem that didn't rhyme, I'm going to go with Chelsea. Reached out via Instagram.
Chelsea first. Sabrina, what about you, C-Lane?
I got no poems, but I did get a text from Malibu PJ, among others, and that's just the name that I picked. So from the texting service, Malibu PJ.
Malibu PJ, there we go. We got them all lined up and ready. Now the most important question. Fritz, are you ready to do this?
Yes, yeah.
I heard his mic now. All right, he's ready. Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, C-Lane.
Hi, Fritz.
Hello. Fritz on the Street is sponsored by Mo Do It. Injured on the go, just call Mo. That number, 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO. In first place on Fritz on the Street with 50 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane. There he is. In second place with 48 points, we have Sabrina Ambra.
Okay.
And in third place with 43 points, we have Sean Watson.
Wow.
Yikes.
So 50, 48,
What's that, your
40.
IQ?
Nope.
What?
I was flipping the bird to my
I
fellow
gotcha.
contestants, Fritz. Sorry.
We have 8 questions, 4 current event questions. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Yeah, you too.
Was it a loving crowd at Fritz's Funhouse last night?
It was. Yeah, we had 8 teams. Only had 5 people staying around to answer questions, but that's okay. I got 2 phoners. 6, I guess. 2 phoners, so that makes 8. 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point opportunity.
Let's go, bitches.
Is everyone in?
Yeah.
All right. Without further ado, question number 1. Recently, Tucker Carlson had an... C-Lane?
That would be Vladimir Putin.
That is correct. Full question. Recently, Tucker Carlson had an exclusive one-on-one interview with which president? C-Lane, you got that right. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Vladimir Putin?
6.
5.
5 for Sabrina.
7.
And 7 for Sean. Question number 1. With answers of 5, 6, and 7,
Ding, 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 ding.
Let's see who knows the president.
Recently, Tucker Carlson had an exclusive one-on-one interview with which president?
President? It's got to be Donald Trump. I watched it. Vladimir Putin. Putin.
Putin owned him.
Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump. Putin.
That would be 6. So right off the bat, C-Lane is hitting a 3-pointer to start the game. Sabrina and Sean with your guesses of 5 and 7 each, picking up 1 point. Moving on now to question number 2. Talking about colors. What 2 primary colors mix to make green? C-Lane?
Primary colors. There would be, for green,
Come on,
red
Sabrina.
and yellow.
Incorrect.
Sabrina.
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said yellow and blue?
7 again.
7.
8.
8 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for C-Lane. Question 2 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their color wheel? What 2 primary colors mix to make green?
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and green. Yellow and blue. Sorry.
Blue and yellow.
Yellow, blue.
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue. Yellow and blue.
That would be 8.
Yeah, baby.
Sabrina is picking up 2 points on that one. And Sean, with a guess of 7, picking up 1
A
point.
little worried about Jackson. As far as those colors go.
Getting in his head. I love it. Question 3. Last week, which U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security did the House... Sean?
Mayorkas.
Mayorkas is correct. Which U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security did the House fail to impeach? Completes that sentence. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Alejandro Mayorkas?
3.
3.
2.
2 for Sabrina and 2 for C-Lane. Question 3 with answers of 2 and 3. Last week, which U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security did the House fail to impeach?
I have no idea.
Mayorkas.
Mayorkas?
Alexander Mayorkas. I don't know. I can think it was like Catawba or something. I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
Mayorkas.
That would be 4.
Damn it.
So Sean with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point. Yes. And just like that, we're at question 4. That's the halfway point. After question 4, I will tell you who is leading on the day so far. Question 4. What's the technical term for the lie detector? C-Lane?
That would be a polygraph test.
Polygraph is correct.
Damn it.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said polygraph?
8.
8.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for Sean.
Crazy.
Question 4 with answers of 6, 7, and 8. What's the technical term for the lie detector?
I got the pass.
Polygraph.
I know that one. I can't think of it right now. Polygraph. Polygraph.
The polygraph.
I have no clue. What is it?
Polygraph.
That would be 5. So Sean with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
I'll take it.
And that means through 4 with 4 remaining in first place with 6 points, Sean Walson / Ash Bomb. Is it Ash Bomb or Ash Bong?
Yes. Ash Bomb.
Okay, because I can see both of those flying. First place, Sean with 6 points. In second place with 4 points, we have C-Lane / Malibu PJ.
Yep.
And in third place with 3 points, Sabrina / Chelsea.
Sorry,
Oh, why does this happen every single week? Why on Fritz in the Street does this happen every week? I start the first half on
what
the
you're
top
doing
spot,
right now, you're jinxing yourself, man.
and I will completely S the bed for the whole second half of this game. And watch, mark my words, I will be in last place at the end of this, and somehow somebody else will win.
Well, maybe this time try to be bad.
Ooh.
You know, because
All right.
you try to be good.
I already think he does that sometimes.
I like how that took you out. Oh, okay.
Worth a shot, Fritz. I'll employ that technique right now. Here we go.
Question 5. At least 9 gold miners are stuck in a... Sabrina.
Gold miners.
9 of them.
Where are they mining gold these days? About over in Palestine.
That is incorrect.
I'd love to hear some more of this question, please.
Yeah, thank
Fritz.
you. Yes, we know that.
At least 9 gold miners are stuck in a cave after a landslide in which West Asian country?
Oh, yeah. Do you know now? Did I hear the whole question? Huh?
Do you?
No.
Okay.
But I've already lost my chance.
Sean.
Pakistan?
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
West Asian. West. China.
China.
That isn't correct. That'd be Turkey.
Turkey. I didn't even know that was in Asia.
Yep. It's like part of it is it's in Europe too. It's
Asia's
kinda
big.
odd.
When people use the word Asian.
Oh, West Asia. I was going to the east like an idiot.
Yeah.
C-Lane, you got question 4 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Turkey?
2.
I hope they get out. 2.
Same.
8.
8 for Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's taking my advice.
We'll go with 4.
4 for Sabrina. Question 5.
He is trying to be bad.
Come on, 8.
I'll go with 10, please. Thank you.
Question 5 with answers of 2, 4, and 8.
At least 9 gold miners are stuck in a cave after a
Really,
landslide in
Sean?
which West Asian country?
Not Greece. Turkey?
Turkey.
Indonesia.
Is it Turkey?
Pakistan. Laos. India? No.
That would be 3.
Oh, gosh, thank God.
So Sean and C-Lane with the guesses of 4 and 2, each picking up 1 point.
Whoa.
I
Sean
picked
guessed
4.
8. My strategy's working.
C-Lane and Sabrina. Sorry.
I just pay off Fritz. That's my strategy. He just makes me a ringer.
Thank you for that Venmo. Wink.
Uh-huh.
We move on now to question 6. What was Lucille Ball's maiden name?
Sabrina.
Oh,
I do love Lucy, and I loved her maiden name. And that was, it was also Ball.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
What was Lucille Ball's maiden name in the sitcom I Love Lucy?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Oh, damn it, I know it now.
Ricardo?
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean?
Not a lot of people know this. One of those rarely known facts. But it's Salapastino.
You're close. It's McGillicuddy.
Is it really?
Yeah, McGillicuddy.
Man.
Her name was Lucy McGillicuddy?
In the,
On the
show.
backside?
Shot the bus.
C-Lane, you got question 5 right. We will. No, you got question 4 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said McGillicuddy?
3.
3.
I will go with 4.
4 for Sabrina.
Fritz.
Here we go.
I will go with Ocho on this one.
8 for Sean.
8 for me.
Don't want to win.
Question 6 with answers of 3, 4, and 8. I'm so sorry I even said that, Sean.
What was Lucille Ball's maiden last name in the
That's not
sitcom I Love Lucy?
Never watched it.
Oh, I don't know.
Johnson.
Starts with an M. McGillicuddy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't know.
Arnez? McGillicuddy. Did I get that right? Yeah, oh my God. I grew up on that show.
That would be 2.
Oh, my God.
So C-Lane with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point. I love that last name, McGillicuddy.
Fritz, I have to abandon my strategy. It's not working for me.
I think the strategy is more about how you're answering, not the amount of people.
I'm failing on both fronts, though. Right now, I have to at least get one of them right. So I'm readjusting. Now I'm going back to full-on trying.
You know what, though? You tried. I'm going to give you 5 points.
Thank you.
What
I
the
appreciate
hell?
that. Thank you. No, he's already said it. It's on the record.
We move on now to question 7, 2 remaining. Over the weekend, which NFL team, C-Lane?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That is correct.
Wow.
Would have been a real boner if I said which team lost.
You know what? I always wonder if today's the day that you are going to twist it.
Yep, just to be a dick.
Twist that boner.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers.
I always wonder if today's the day you're going to boner.
I might one day. C-Lane, out of 8 answers.
Well, you are getting married soon, so.
I'm gonna that's when the bones. Gonna
All
bone.
right, guys. Okay.
I can keep boning all day long. Out of 8 answers, C-Lane, how many do you think said the Chiefs?
8.
8.
8.
8 for Sabrina.
I feel uncomfortable. 7.
7 for Sean. You have to change it. Question 7 with answers of 7 and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
Come on.
Over the weekend, which NFL team won Super Bowl 58?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Taylor's boyfriend's team, the Chiefs.
Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Come
Kansas
on.
City Chiefs.
49ers.
Are you
No,
serious?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That would be 8. So Sabrina, C-Lane's picking up a 3-pointer on that one. Sabrina's picking up 2 points, and Sean with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Move on to question 8. That's the last one. But before we
He
do...
guessed 8 the last 2, and then he decided to change.
He had to change it.
Because it was a bad idea, and now he felt like he couldn't guess 8.
In first place with 9 points, we have Christopher Lane / Malibu PJ.
Thank you.
In second place with 7 points, we have Sean Lawson / Ash Bomb. And in third place with 6 points, we have Sabrina Ambra / Chelsea.
Happy to be here.
So it's 9, 7, 6. Question 8. What is the capital of South Korea?
Sabrina. That would be, that would be South Korea. Linma.
Sealane. Seoul.
Seoul is correct. Linma, South Korea. Sealane out of 8 answers. How many do you think said Seoul?
Linma. Let's go with 7.
7.
6.
If there's a Linma in there, I'm going to lose it.
6 for Sabrina.
But I think there is
2.
No, 7.
7 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 6 and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their Linma?
What is the capital of South Korea?
Does it start with a K? Oh, that I don't know.
Seoul.
Seoul?
Seoul. Pyongyang.
What?
That would be 6. Yeah! That means Sabrina's picking up 2 points, and
Wait.
Sealane and Sean with a guess of 7, each picking up 1 point.
Aha!
What? You said what?
No, I screwed up.
Almost say what?
Oh, okay. That means leading and winning on the day with 11 points is Sealane / Malibu PJ. Congratulations, Malibu PJ. And we have a tie for second and third place, 8 points each. Sabrina / Chelsea and Sean / Ash Bomb. That means in first place and still winning on Fritz on the Street with 61 points, Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 56 points, Sabrina Ambra. And in third place with 51 points, Sean Lawson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritzy. Thank you so much, Sean.
There he goes.
This is the part where we start working together to get
I know.
him back down the third.
There's a word.
I
mean,
what?
if you could just say the word.
Sabotage.
Collusion.
There's
What was
a word.
the word? I forgot.
I like
now.
sabotage better. It seems like we're up to
Seems
nefarious things.
better than cheating?
Yeah. I like that. No, it's not cheating.
Oh,
it's
I've
not
been cheating.
This is not explicitly in the rules. Where does it say that two people can't form together
An allyship?
and then go against the other person?
Alliance, I believe.
I mean, I guess it doesn't, but I don't see how you're going to do that.
That's not for you to figure out.
Do
That's
you
for
see
us.
how you're going to do that?
Truth
Yes,
or dare?
I do. You remember what I did last year on Fritz on the Street?
Oh, what was it?
That's the word I was looking for. It was mayhem.
Mayhem.
Was it mayhem?
You think you've seen something with mayhem? Wait till you see double mayhem.
Oh,
All right.
wow. You're double mayhem?
That's right. It's happening.
You're
Yep,
crazy.
double mayhem next week on the show. Somehow that's going to fix all this. Follow Fritz over on social media on Instagram. He's no_regrets_coyote. And that's how you can figure out where you can go play Fritz's Funhouse Trivia, because that is awesome. You get to enjoy yourself, have some fun, have some drinks, have some great food at Cavo's. And you also get to hang out with Fritz and even participate in Fritz on the Street. So if you'd like to do that, if that sounds good to you, follow him on Instagram. No_regrets_coyote. Bloop, bloop. Hit that follow button. Bam. Fritz, you going to hang out with us today?
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. I have to have you send a message to our friend Marky over at Cavo's, where you do Fritz's Funhouse Trivia.
Nice guy.
I keep awkwardly running into him, though, and it's
What do you mean
building.
awkwardly? We've known him for years. How do you make it awkward?
Okay, so when the Super Bowl was on, we were going to watch it at some place, but it was like crazy busy. And I said, it's hard to hear what was going on. At the time, they were singing the national anthem.
Oh, Reba killed it, by the way. We didn't talk about that.
I couldn't even hear it. I couldn't even hear anybody sing
I
because
loved
there's
her
so many
pointing.
people.
She's like, look at that flag, y'all, and look at my big old belt. And then she sang. So it was
I
great.
wanted to watch it. I wanted to check it out.
Hello.
But I couldn't, unfortunately. So we left. We went somewhere else. I go, let's go somewhere quiet. And we went to this place called Jack and Honey's, which, of course, is like right next to Cavo's.
Love me some Jason.
It's a great spot. And we go over there. And I knew it was going to be a little quieter than Cavo's, which I thought would be like, it'd be a lot of people there. I thought
Why?
it'd be
Because
really,
it's a
really
gay
busy.
place?
No. Just because it's not a gay place. They just don't have the built-in audience yet like Cavo's does. Stop screwing me. And so I go over there, and every time I go to this place, because we're supposed to be against C-Lane.
I know, you're right.
Every time I go to this place right next to Cavo's, Marky from Cavo's comes in there and sees us there, and I feel like I'm cheating. Like,
oh no, Thornton
I'm
Park's
over here.
a full family.
I'm over here instead of over there. And then a lot of times I'll be like, hey, I'm coming over there in a minute to go hang out, and I'll go over.
Didn't go.
No, and this time for the Super Bowl, I was like, oh my God, he's coming in here again. He sees us. I feel like I'm cheating on him. I'm at the bar next door instead of his bar. And Marky comes in, and he's like, I went to wave at him. I'm like, it must be crazy over there. And he goes, I got something I got to fix. And I'm like, oh no. No, he thinks I sold him out. And then I wanted to like overcompensate.
I did run into him on Monday, and he was really upset.
I was worried about it. And I was going to overcompensate because I was going to tell him, hey, on Friday we had pizza from John and John's. Like, just to calm it down and make it so like, hey, I'm totally supporting. My God, really,
you're just giving
really.
him ammo to further your anxiety. Because if he hears this, he's gonna go, I know exactly how I could get Sean. I know how to
already.
You're doing it
every time we're in there. He'll
I'm gonna
pop
make
in
it
and
worse.
God damn it, Mark is here again. He sees us, and I feel like I'm cheating. I'm like, I've been caught doing something wrong.
I'm gonna next time I see him, be like, "Are you and Sean okay?" Because he said some really weird stuff on the air the other day about your business.
Oh God, I always do that.
Now, if Marky walked into a Philly connection and you were sitting there eating cheesesteaks, I would feel more like cheating then. But
no, but he's found me like 4 times at this bar right next to his bar, and every time I'm like, oh, like a kid with his hand in the cookie jar or something. And I shouldn't feel bad about it, but I feel, and then I'm the person who always overcompensates. Like if there's something weird, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna move into Cavo's. I'm gonna live there now. And just try to make it right and screw everything up. It's just a mess over here in my life.
Nice people,
friends.
though. Go visit it.
Yeah, both those places are great. You should go to both of them and enjoy your delicious foods. I am going to go to break, and then
don't
we'll
mention
come back.
the News Junkie though, because they will not give you a discount. They're not in a good spot with Sean right now.
In fact, it costs more.
Yeah.
It will raise the price of your foods, unfortunately.
They have a tax now.
When we come back, we're going to get into your dispatches. And also, there's a big change to television that is on the way. What's this big emergency that everybody's panicking over? What's this urgent threat that they said needs to be declassified immediately? We will dive in and figure out what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
This week on The Big Show, you have options when you win JCS Trivia. Tickets to see the Arnold Palmer Invitational coming March 7th through the 10th. Tickets to see comedian Nate Bargatze this Saturday at the Kia Center. Or tickets to Spark STEM Fest at the Orlando Science Center. Plus, your final week of chances to win $1,000 every hour. We got you covered. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks all this week on The Big Show.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident southbound on Florida's Turnpike between the Greenway and Osceola Parkway. 2 right lanes are blocked. Northbound on Florida's Turnpike, 2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident approaching I-4. And on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular delays through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. New year, new hiring needs? Indeed's end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. Land. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Not sure what's the best way to save for college? Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. For more than 35 years, we've helped Florida families successfully save for college. And now we've made it even more affordable to save with prepaid plans starting at just $34 a month. That's the lowest plan price in 10 years. Visit myfloridaprepaid.com and use our Easy Plan calculator to find the right plan for your family's budget and put your child on the path to less college debt. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series is where names are made. And at Daytona, those names are bringing a whole lot of smoke. Austin wants the smoke. Justin wants the smoke. Cole and Haley, give them all the smoke. There's plenty to go around, but remember, if you can smell the smoke, that means you're not the one making it. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona, February 17th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
At GiveMeTheVin.com, we like pretty cars. We like nice cars. We'll pay extra. If you think you've got a good one, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. We'd love to buy it.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey there, homeowners. Russ Rollins here. Are you tired of staring at a cold, unused pool? It's time to make a change. Spring is the perfect time to add solar heat to your pool and enjoy it year-round. Solar Source customers, they enjoy family time, nighttime pool parties, movie nights, birthdays, and even low-impact workouts. Don't let your pool be a monthly expense with no enjoyment. Schedule a free consultation from solarsource.com/monsters. Remember, friends of Russ Rollins save even more money.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution, and that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you lose up to 15 pounds a month, and it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Anka.
And I'm Skip Bronson.
What happens when two old friends take their decades of experience in the business and sit down with our buddies?
You get Our Way, a brand new show from iHeart Podcast where we chop it up with our pals about everything under the sun.
Hear amazing guests like Jason Bateman, Michael Bublé, Mark Burnett, and many more as they sit down with Paul and Skip.
This is our podcast, and we're going to do it our way.
Listen to Our Way on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
This morning, Valentine's Day, not off on the right foot, truly. And it was all because I clicked the link. You know, sometimes you click the link and you go, oh, God, I shouldn't have clicked that one. You know something bad is about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was a link about Rachel Dolezal, and she's the woman who was like an NAACP chapter president until they confronted her about the fact that she was white. And
she was identifying as black for that entire time.
She said she identified as black, and people said, nah, I don't think so. I don't think you can do
Didn't
that.
she double down as well? Was like, well, I'm still going to identify as black.
I don't know if she still says that, but she certainly gave that a shot at the time. She was like, people are identifying as all sorts of stuff out here.
I mean, if she doubles down and fights for that, she's the one fighting the fight these days.
Mm-hmm.
All the other people that are identifying as stuff, they're getting support. They're getting help. They're getting backing. Nobody's backing Rachel Dolezal. So if she wants to fight to identify as black, then, you know, maybe she's the one that really has the uphill battle.
Well, I clicked this link, and it was about Rachel Dolezal and an update on her. And I didn't even check to see, like, it wasn't like a mainstream media site. So this wasn't like your CNN, your MSNBC, your Fox News, your ABC. It wasn't like a news site that you knew. It was like some kind of crazy news dash this or whatever. And I click on it, and when I get to the URL, the first paragraph is like Rachel Dolezal has an OnlyFans now. And
Boy.
Yeah, she's had this for a little while. But then as I scroll down the page, there's a giant uncensored photo of her BH right on my laptop in front of me.
That kind of OnlyFans. Not even like boudoir, sexy, just BH.
I think she's got a wide variety of offerings that she has out there, but it wasn't the way I wanted to start my day.
How does her
Wasn't what I was
BH
looking for.
identify?
I scrolled as fast as a human can scroll once it popped up there. But the thing that kind of caught my attention was not that.
Oh.
It was actually the fact that she's also an elementary school teacher. Oh. And I was under the impression that they were firing people for that these days.
Right.
When you're an OnlyFans creator and an elementary school teacher, there's a lot of people that get fired for this.
Please
but
tell me you know the subject she's teaching.
It says Arizona Elementary School, where Rachel Dolezal is now working as a teacher. She's listed under the new name. She identifies as a new name, too.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know how to say this. Nkechi Diallo. Nkechi Diallo.
The N is probably silent.
Kechi Diallo?
Kechi, I think. I don't know.
Kechi Diallo.
Seems like a bad idea.
She's an after-school teacher, and they said she's making about $19 an hour in her teaching job, while also selling content on OnlyFans for $9.99 a month. And they said on the post on the site in September, received 122 likes, equating to $1,220 for that one photo alone. She shares foot pics as well as fitness tips.
So she rakes in thousands on OnlyFans.
Look at her go.
Is that according to her? Because I don't know if I trust everything she said.
She's not the greatest source to have when you're talking about these things, but she is still out there. It was a very unpleasant greeting that I got this morning, but here we are.
Can you imagine if Courtney walked in and it's like, what are you looking at?
I always think that
It's
when I'm doing
research.
show prep. Sometimes I'll be doing show prep and I'll be like, this looks bad on my computer. I should just forget that story. We got enough that we can go to today. We can go to this one really quickly before we get all teed up for jury duty. There is news out there in the American Idol world that is going to rock Mama Lane to her core.
Oh, no.
Katy Perry is leaving American Idol after 7 seasons. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. But she is leaving American Idol after 7 seasons. I have not watched a single season of that show with her on it.
I watched one episode that came on after, with an autoplay thing on Hulu. And I will say...
good still, or was it bad, or what was it?
They have upped their, backstory game.
Oh, boy.
I found myself crying because it was a sweet moment, not necessarily because of Katy Perry. I think the last time we talked about her on American Idol, didn't she, pass out or something like that? Or
yeah, she did. There was a fainting thing that happened that just so happened to be on video. And I remember that whole thing going around. But other than that, it's like American Idol exists in its own world, and only a very small core group of people seem to keep watching it. I feel like it's kind of been done. And they really absolutely a true tactic that they employ on so many shows right now. You can't just have James or Jessica. You have James, the guy who still lives with his grandmother because his family doesn't make enough money and she has early onset dementia. So he's got to take care of her before she can go to hospice. Otherwise, he would be pursuing his dream of going to college to be a surgeon. And it's like, everything has to be like this person that you can put into this category. And I remember watching that on, one show that did it so bad. I used to watch a show called MasterChef with Gordon Ramsay. It was kind of like Top Chef. And on MasterChef, they would introduce the contestants. Okay. And I know a little bit about the show. My friend was on this show and went pretty far one time. And so they introduced this one guy. Let's say his name is Dave. They're like, this is Dave, and Dave is a drummer. And they got all this footage of Dave rocking out of the drums at his house, and he's playing with a band. He's playing the drums, and he's like, I go hard in the drums, and I go hard in the kitchen. And now Dave is the drummer guy, right? And so for every episode that we see, Dave has drumsticks, chicken drumsticks in his hand, and he's pretending that he's drumming. Every time they go to Dave, Dave's like, you got to hit it like the kick drum, man.
Can't stop drumming, bro.
He's not a real drummer then.
A one-dimensional character that they create, and you got to be that person. And I think that's really weird. But Katy Perry's all done. Does Mama Lane still watch? She's still tuning in?
I have no clue.
I don't know if she'll be affected by this or not.
She
but
had some weird quote attached to it, too. She's like, I got to feel my own pulse again, or I got to beat my own drum. And I'm like,
she said,
shut up.
I need to, quote, go see the world.
You've seen the world. You have houses around the world.
It's connected me with the heart of America, but I feel like I need to go out and feel that pulse to my own beat, she says.
That was it.
Okay. All right, fine. There you go. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, jury duty. And I got to tell you guys about a stingray.
Oh,
I know it seems weird that we would talk about a stingray. But this, we got to talk about the threat thing that was breaking moments ago.
Oh, yeah. Remember?
The thing that we're really, really scared about, I didn't get to. We'll get to that, I promise, in jury duty. And this stingray, which is perplexing scientists around the world. Why? You'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
Kansas City is honoring the back-to-back Super Bowl champion Chiefs with a downtown parade and rally today. The Orlando Magic will host the New York Knicks tonight in their final game before the All-Star break. Orlando in the second leg of a back-to-back after losing to Oklahoma City. Rays spring training is officially underway. Pitchers and catchers took the field for their first workout today in Port Charlotte. I'm Seth Everett.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Hey, everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Turns out February is American Heart Month, and Life Imaging FLA wants to remind you that early detection saves lives. Unfortunately, the very first symptom of heart disease is often sudden death. But the cool thing is, now you have the power to detect issues before symptoms. And Life Imaging FLA does that with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. This is a $699 value. The testimonials are bananas. Couples going in, the person that thinks they have problems have no problems. The person that does not think they have problems has problems. But the cool thing is, now you have the information, the power to go to your primary care doctor and build a long-term healthcare plan to make sure that you're around for years. Do that now. Do exactly what I did. Pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds, and be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Make 2024 the year you finally start taking care of your long-term health with Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations, like the Beatles Now and Then. Just search Beatles and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Don't miss huge savings on better sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. For a limited time, shop in store to score a Sleepy's Queen mattress for only $89.99. That's over 60% off and the lowest price ever. So hurry in today. This deal is only here while supplies last.
This Earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Someday, Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
And I say that because they're telling us not to panic now, and that's usually when you should freak out, right? So it seems like the way to handle this, Fritz.
I don't want you to panic, but your house is on fire. But it's not anymore, but it was.
No, I'm scared. I'm frightened about this. So here's what happened to bring you back before we get to this Stingray story I was teasing. All right? This is what happened. On Capitol Hill, a couple of politicians started panic.
Boo, get to the Stingray story. I'm only here for that.
They started the panic by saying there was something very, very concerning, a pressing threat to the United States of America that needs to be immediately declassified so that they can discuss this pressing threat, urgent threat even, with the American people. And bipartisan, I think. People were coming forward and saying, whoa, we're freaking out about this. We're worried about this. Then they started saying, well, no, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal, but we are going to talk about this very soon. And now some sources are telling CNN that this alleged national security threat info is, quote, highly concerning and destabilizing Russian capabilities. So then when I hear that and go, okay, so the U.S. government learned that Russia could do something, and now they're very, very scared, and they want to declassify this so we can talk about what Russia is doing and how we should respond to it. It can't be nukes, because Russia has even more nukes than we have. The idea that Russia has a nuclear weapon would be no surprise to anybody that knows about this stuff. It can't even be like ICBMs or intercontinental ballistic missiles that can reach America from Russia, because they already have those. That's already a thing. They already have nukes that could reach American territory. The only thing I could think of is if Russia had nukes that could now hit like New York City, or like they started talking about some East Coast cities that they would be able to hit with these nuclear weapons, or that they were moving around resources, including nuclear weapons that might be pointed at, what's it called? I'm missing the country's name that they're at war with. Ukraine, excuse me, complete brain fart. Maybe they're moving these nuclear capabilities to the border with Ukraine on the eastern side of Ukraine, and this could present an imminent threat to folks there if they were to launch a nuke, obviously, on Ukraine. I don't know, but that's like sort of what people are flirting with right now.
What about EMPs?
Could be that.
Because that would frighten me.
EMPs are real, they're out there. That's a crazy
OPPs?
thing. OPPs are out there too, even more frightening in some cases.
Have we determined or whispered about the like how to stop a nuke? Like we have gone over in the last few decades of what to do when we know one is headed our way.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, really nothing we could do to stop it. Hiding under a desk won't stop you from getting super hurt, but they know how to track it. So is there not just the moment where we could send something and it explodes in the sky and no one gets hurt?
We would know.
That's like Star Wars is kind of, right?
Yeah, we would know immediately when a nuclear weapon was fired at the United States of America.
It'll take a little bit to get to us, right?
It would take a little while. I forgot how fast they go, but we can intercept them for sure. One of the craziest things I've seen was I saw a video of a U.S. fighter jet, and it was chasing down a rocket that had been launched. So, like, the fighter jet, you see the fighter jet, and then you see the rocket that was right in front of it. It's like, these planes go so fast, they could, like, chase down rockets now. But we would have stuff that would be able to do. Now, the problem is...
I saw a cartoon where a fighter jet, they just open the hatch and use a giant net to catch the rocket, and that's how they stop.
It's not realistic at all. But the thing is, I would love to interview somebody on the show about, hey, if Russia fired a nuke right now, what happens? But I don't know that they would give us those answers.
No, I don't think they would.
I think maybe some of that stuff might be classified and they wouldn't tell you. I mean, even this is classified, right? That's the problem with some of this. All right, Celia, you want to hear about this stingray?
Yeah, stingray!
All right, I got your stingray, dude.
Stingray.
Charlotte, the stingray, is making international news today.
Oh, it's a girl stingray? Never mind.
Grow up.
That checks out.
It's a girl stingray, Charlotte, a rust-colored stingray the size of a serving platter, who has spent much of her life gliding around the confines
Serving platter. There's so
of
many
an
different
aquarium
sizes.
in North Carolina's Appalachian Mountains. So this is a stingray at this aquarium in North Carolina. It says she's 2,300 miles away from her natural habitat under the waves of Southern California.
Aww.
And she hasn't shared a tank of water with a male of her species in at least 8 years.
She's shy.
Lucky.
And yet nature has found a way. The stingray is pregnant with as many as 4 pups and could give birth in the next 2 weeks.
It's a miracle.
And so
Jesus stingray.
This stingray must have reproduced asexually because there's no males in the tank. There hasn't been for almost a decade. And yet
it's a miracle.
Charlotte is pregnant. And she could have little baby stingrays without a man being involved in this.
And has to raise them all on her own.
Have we interrogated all of the janitors?
We have not.
Right? Seriously, what if those babies come out with like a human arm?
Yeah.
It's like
Or a
someone
nose somewhere.
masturbated into the tank.
I like where you guys are going because there is a side conspiracy
I knew
theory
it.
here. They said that in the tank with Charlotte, there are 2 sharks. and so,
oh my gosh, a shark ray?
Shark ray would be a huge breakthrough in the animal world. And if one of the sharks somehow impregnated,
They can have what was it?
impossible.
The zebra mix?
Yeah, that can
liger?
happen.
A
Usually when you have that kind of interspecies procreation, the animal is not able to procreate any further afterwards. So
Sad.
It's born and his junk don't work. That's how you usually have this. But
Or
you can
shark ray.
You can get zonkies. Those are zebra donkeys. You can get ligers. Those are lion tigers. You can get
Bred for their skills in magic.
There's a lot of different things like that you can
You
get.
get pit bulls
Maybe.
with the short legs.
This could be a shark stingray, a shark ray, if you will, and keep all eyes on
Feel
that
bad
aquarium
for the kids.
in North
Asking
Carolina.
where Daddy is.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be that way in the little stingray world.
Where's Pops?
All right, you ready to do this?
No, let's
Here we
keep
go.
doing what we're doing right now.
Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Life literally does find a way. And that's crazy. That is insane to me. And that's why I think now more than ever, we should really do the Jurassic Park thing. We should really
But make a mini.
Oh,
Would you
yeah.
start with the mini ones?
Like
instead
bonsai
of-
dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Do you know how much fun that would be?
And
Oh.
less risk of what happened in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the whole thing that happens every single time they try it. But, man, that would be a blast. Okay, jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO. Or go to justcallmo.com. There's lots of attorneys out there, but none that are going to give you the experience that you have when you go to Moses DeWitt. He's going to hear you out. He's going to fight for you, and it is the smart decision to make. 866-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break here.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mo.
And I want to share this story that I had in jury duty because we're a little bit behind. I want to share this after this break because this is insane. A young girl is in huge trouble. She'll probably be behind bars for the rest of her life. And the series of events that led to this is almost too unbelievable for you to think I'm telling the truth here. I am, and I want to set this up for you. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon on the beach line. Eastbound at Narcoossee Road, the right shoulder is blocked. The off-ramp is partially blocked from I-4 westbound to Sand Lake Road. Expect delays there. And on Florida's Turnpike, authorities are clearing up an accident between the Greenway and Osceola Parkway heading southbound. Travel with caution through there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The News Junkie Show is ready to destroy another holiday with the most unique party of the year.
Just Okay 8. Saturday, March 16th will be a night of unbelievable moments at the Plaza Live with performances from Young Tapes, the Shabooms, Savvy's Little Helpers, and so much more. Presented in part by JustCallMo.com. Make this St. Patrick's Day weekend one to remember and get your tickets to Just Okay 8 at realradio.fm/JustOK.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Pucker up, Central Florida. R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. This month, I'm on a mission to help you fall in love with a new car. So if your old rides left you brokenhearted, kiss it goodbye and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $89 per month. New cars from just $189 per month. You deserve a ride that makes your heart skip a beat. So bring me your old ride and I'll get you way over appraised value for your clunker. Do other dealers leave you feeling lonely? We kiss up to the banks and lenders who want to say yes. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. Check out our brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. Fall in love with the award-winning 2024 Outlander with 0% for 60 months. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $89 per month. Trade-ins, kiss it goodbye. We'll pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details. Offer absolutely ends February 29, 2024.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, Joe Montana here. Back in my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia, a bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older, or 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or asthma, you're at increased risk. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. And we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down. Oh, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more. And we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Tax time is the best time to get to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Find your car now at OrlandoNissan.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Freaking out or not, we're trying to gauge that. And we'll get to that story that I said was in jury duty, or was supposed to be in jury duty, that is just absolutely stunning. This teenage girl, her life is ruined because of what happened. Before we get to all of that, Fritz, I was just reading something during the break, and I wanted to see what you thought about this. Somebody was posting online, and they said in an interview with Skrillex, the DJ or whatever.
Wow, you're not going to play the song.
Well, I don't need to play it. People hear it all the time on the radio. It's like number one on the Billboard charts.
11 years.
This one is, people are still playing this. It's super cool, guys. Skrillex is saying that
I was getting the lights ready and everything. Damn.
Well, they have so much time.
When he thinks of an idea for a song now, he just sings the vocals into his iPhone, and he doesn't even go into a studio, doesn't like record anything with a regular microphone.
Didn't Michael Jackson do that?
He just uses the microphone on his iPhone, and I was like, man, are we at that point where our phones have microphones with the quality levels that you could use for a song?
No.
Play
Are
on
you
the
saying
radio?
he records it and uses that audio? I was
Yeah.
thinking you were talking about like he records his idea and then sends it to.
No.
Whomever.
He says he records actual vocals, and a couple other bands have said they do the same thing. They record the vocal tracks on the iPhone's microphone. And Fritz, you're saying that's like possible? You could definitely pull that off?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a condenser mic in your phone. So if you record in, it's going to be raw file. So if you are too far away, it's going to be quiet. If you're too close, it's going to be loud. But then you can master that. You can compress it. You can EQ it. You can put it through the plugins that he's got. He's got millions of dollars probably just on his laptop.
Yeah.
And you can definitely make that work. I mean, people make samples all the time. Like, who was that bronchitis lady? You know, like, I've got bronchitis. Obviously, that was a nice boom mic, but, you know, you can take a quote-unquote crappy version that you get from a TV and still make it sound good, or, you know, put effects on it and make it sound old-timey.
And he's the guy who puts effects on everything anyways.
He can definitely do it. He's very smart, by the way, with how he produces music. I really like what he does.
Fritz, one of the things he does, which I don't know if I'm sure you've seen this, he's really gone into the next generation of rock musicians, I guess, with his performances. Because Skrillex, when he performs at the end of his shows sometime, he smashes his laptop like you would smash a guitar at a rock show.
What?
Somebody on Reddit says, I used to work at Apple in 2011, and Skrillex came in to re-up on gear.
This is what I was reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is what I was reading. Yeah, go ahead.
You got like 11 iPods and 4 MacBook Pros on one ticket. Why so many? I throw them and smash them on stage like guitars.
What?
Oh, swipes his card for more money than I made in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know he did that.
That hurts my heart. I mean, right now, Sean and I are both working on MacBook Airs that have not been updated for, I'm going on like 6 years now.
This sucker just turns off.
It's
not
one
funny,
program.
but it's funny how you said it just turns
If
off.
I smash this, everything that I've put together on our show would be gone.
Well,
and Skrillex just wipes his card.
Legitimately, we've literally had to stop the show before when my laptop broke right in the middle of a show, and I was like, "Oh, all right, there we go." Now I got to back up, and I got a plan moving forward. But yeah, I mean, technology is like used for everything nowadays. I didn't know that it was that good, though. The microphone on the iPhone, that's pretty damn impressive that you could do that. Maybe that says more, though, Fritz, about the actual technology that they use to put the effects on than it does about the microphone itself, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, there's plugins that make it sound like you're using a reel-to-reel at Abbey Road from the 60s and 70s and 80s. Like,
man.
you can go back in time, and, like, that's why when you hear songs, you can swear that they were recorded 50 years ago. Nope, that album came out in 2018.
Does each one of those plugins cost money?
They're about 100, you know, cheap ones, 50, 75, and they can go up to $2,000, $3,000 just for one plugin. But
or as we
they're
learned,
great.
as
They're
we
really
learned
great.
from Kanye, you could just, you know, pirate them.
Yeah, you can do that. Very true.
Good God. All right, let me tell you this story because this is unbelievable. And it's about a woman named Cece Hoffman, who is 19 years old, and she was murdered by a woman named Denali Bremer, who is 23. And Denali Bremer was supposed to be Cece's best friend, but all hell broke loose in this relationship. And as I read this story today, I was like, oh my God. A lot of twists. Like, this could be a movie, absolutely. It says, murder victim Cynthia Cece Hoffman, 19, believed that Denali Dakota Bremer, 23, was her best friend. But now, more than 4 years after she was bound in duct tape and shot to death near a waterfall, that so-called best friend received a virtual life sentence in an Alaska court for carrying out the heinous act. They said, according to her father, Cece Hoffman had a learning disability that kept her from being the best at academics, but she followed through and graduated in 2018 from Service High. After school, she got a job like everybody else would, and on she goes. There was video of this Cece woman duct taped on the ground at Thunderbird Falls on the banks.
Video too of it?
She took a video of it. And the reason for that is why things get really, really interesting here. Bremer and 5 other people were charged in connection to the incident, though 2 are being processed through juvenile courts. One of the adult defendants, Darren Schillmiller, 25, posed online as a man named Tyler. And Tyler, this online character he created, offered this girl $9 million to kidnap and kill one of her friends and send him photographic evidence that it was done. She believed that this was real.
All right.
Why?
So she believed she was talking to somebody named Tyler online that would give her $9 million if she kidnapped and killed her best friend and recorded video of it.
Please tell me that there's some sort of criminal responsibility on that man's end, right?
Absolutely. In actuality, however, Tyler was a broke, unemployed Indiana resident living in his grandparents' basement. He pleaded guilty to one count of solicitation to commit murder in the first degree, and also a federal charge of conspiracy to produce child pornography for asking her for sexual abuse material. Peterson previously sentenced him to 99 years in prison with a possibility of parole in 45. So he's in jail for a very long time, and so is she. It was intentional premeditated murder for hire. And they said Caden McIntosh allegedly confessed to being the actual gunman. The case against him is set for trial, blah, blah, blah. So they were all involved in this thing, and they killed this poor girl because they thought somebody online was going to give them $9 million. How insane is that? Oof, you know what that gives me vibes of? Remember the Slender Man stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. God almighty. That was a very, very weird and concerning case.
There's
for
other
so
ways
many
to go
reasons.
about it.
And
Like
so
someone,
stupid.
if this is a possible thing, $9 million, like maybe work with a friend a little bit.
Yeah,
like, is what I got offered. How about I give you $3 million and let's really fake this thing out?
Yeah, or talk me out of it. Please talk me out of this.
If it's $9 million, you could get probably a pretty good visual effects person.
Yeah, I'd say
go
right into the iPhone.
She went right to no, I'm actually going to kill this person and hope that this online multimillionaire is going to pay out the $9 million they promised.
Why 9? That's what I would be like. Why'd you pick 9?
Why heard your pencil? I heard your pencil commercial.
9.
9. Where is it?
They listened to C-Lane's commercial when he was sponsored by pencils for a very brief moment, or almost sponsored by pencils.
It was an audition that never made it to light.
Well, and now look how bad the pencil industry is doing.
Yeah, it sucks.
True.
9.
Yeah.
The funny thing about pencils, they're timeless in the midst of change. 9.
Yeah.
The funny thing about pencils, that was like a greasy cheeseburger line.
There's nothing funny about pencils. I am here to tell you that today I was lying.
Remember the great thing? One time C-Lane was doing this commercial for a car dealership, and did they tell you to work in the greasy cheeseburger thing or no?
It was the exact copy written by not the car dealership, but the ad rep who sold that dealership. And it was for the price of a greasy cheeseburger a day or something like that, or maybe less than the price of a greasy cheeseburger per day.
I thought there was one time, though, where you got yourself in one of those loops that happens to us where you go, I got to stop talking about the cheeseburger. I'm still talking about... Is that the pen?
The
pen. You're doing a commercial for, let's say you're doing a commercial for a dentist. And if you start talking about something different, like in C-Lane's case, you start talking about a pen, and you get locked into that, all of a sudden you're like, giving out all these details about the pen, and the pen is this and the pen is that.
They have like the sign then drive event. I think that's the Volkswagen's big thing is not sign and drive, because they had the whole ad campaign where bad stuff was happening where if you tried to drive and sign your papers at the same time. So it was the sign then drive event, and I said, bring your own pen. You probably don't even need to bring your own pen. They have pens there. There's plenty of pens. It's a car dealership. So why am I still talking about pens?
And all of a sudden you're 30 seconds into the commercial and all you've talked about is pens. You haven't gotten to anything.
That's why
yet.
I didn't get big pencil.
True.
You didn't get that big pencil money.
Right. Here's the update on this alert that maybe or maybe not we should be freaking out about. It says national security threat involving Russian capability is related to space.
Oh.
A Pentagon official says. So whatever this new capability that they believe we should be very worried about and is something to do with Russia, whatever capability the Russian military has, it is now going to impact space in some way.
God damn it, Russia.
Maybe they got a space nuke? I don't know what's happening here, but we got to keep our eyes on this. So when the full story comes out, we'll let you know first over here. When we return, we'll get to a 4-year-old boy who just wanted to drink a delicious slushie. He started hallucinating, and he nearly died.
Jesus.
What the hell went wrong here? Another weird one is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive eastbound at Pine Hills Road. The left lane is blocked. There's an accident on Maitland Boulevard eastbound at Keller Road, blocking the left lane. And watch out for an accident on the off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Sand Lake Road. And on the beach line, authorities are clearing up an accident off to the shoulder eastbound at Narcoossee Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is celebrating becoming the Funny Bone. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Gary Owen on February 16th and 17th.
Now, I remember my first year in the Navy, I made $24,000 for the year. I called my mom. I said, you ain't got to work no more.
Followed by Tip Paris on February 23rd and 24th. Showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. That's orlando.funnybone.com. Come get funny at the Funny Bone.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at SolarSource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns March 7th through the 10th. Follow your favorite PGA Tour pros as they go for glory. Score a high five at the White Claw Fan Deck. Get groovy at Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle. Or embrace your inner foodie at Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Kendall Jackson. For a premium experience, try Orange Grove, complete with all-inclusive food and bar service, including access to the storied Bay Hill Clubhouse. Visit ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
That's right. He's back.
Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You can once again listen to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
It's about transcending whatever you think you are and becoming something better. That's what it's about.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Joe Rogan Experience, and listen now. While you're there, check out the smartest and most listened to conspiracy podcast, Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
something different. First things first, I'm going to need your help. Do we now know it as Temu?
Yeah, I think it's Temu.
Temu. Temu is the thing that they kept saying over and over in their commercials during the Super Bowl. And it was sort of their campaign, kind of like Hyundai did. Hyundai was like highlighting all the different ways that people said the word Hyundai. And then they go, no, it's Hyundai like Sunday. And it stuck with me forever. And it was a very, very successful commercial. But
It
they
didn't stick with you forever. I've heard you say Hyundai once or twice.
Hyundai. That's what I try to go to.
Hyundai.
Temu is what the other app is called. But I worry for the future of Temu, especially when I just saw there was an entire like radio podcast kit. It was a mixer, a microphone, a stand, headphones, I think, like all of the things, everything you would need to do a podcast. If it was regular equipment, it would have probably cost about $1,200 or $1,300.
If it was name brand equipment.
Name brand, yeah. It was $27 online on Temu.
Radio kit. Hang on.
And I looked at it, I go, this is insanity.
It is
right
insane, but like that is the stuff when I see it. And I would only know this information because of how many trial and errors I've had. And there's so many people who are like, I'm finally going to start this podcast of mine. And
Yeah,
they're going to
here it
get
is.
something that falls apart.
I mean, how good could it be for $26 or $27? Did you find it, C-Lane?
No, all of these are portable like radios with multiple bands. Let me find. The podcast kit was probably better.
Yeah, maybe. I saw that this weekend. And other people.
$25.
$25, and what does it come with?
It seems to be there's a boom stand.
Oh, okay.
A pop filter. All right.
Cool.
And 2 pop filters, actually. Really cutting down on those harsh P's and T's.
You're going to need them, I think.
Little mixer action here.
Any sort of brand on it?
No.
Condenser microphone? That doesn't have a brand. Nope, not seeing anything.
Again, this should be like $1,200 to $1,500 worth of equipment, and it's $26. So you got to wonder about this stuff. You got to wonder what's going to happen. And I know what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Because we are all familiar with Wish, the website that was like this before there was a Temu.
Uh-huh.
And Wish was at one time worth $14 billion. Damn! However, they just sold this week for $173 million.
Oh, my gosh. Wish is a child star with a drug problem.
It's not going well.
What happened?
From $14 billion to $173 million, and they have some work to do.
Who'd they sell to?
To a company called Context Logic, which is so generic sounding. But they said upon close of the deal, we expect the new Wish platform will have an improved customer experience through increased product assortment and merchant selection. So that's happening very, very soon. Get all this really, really good stuff. Even though I bought these little stuffed things, they're like stuffed animal versions of little potted plants, and I thought they were cute. And I got them on this Temu app, and they were only like $8 or something, and they're really nice. Like, I really enjoy them, and I have them on my wall in my studio. So some of this stuff is a good deal, but there's no way they're not losing just oodles of money as this is going on. I have a question to add to our Mo list, C-Lane.
Got it.
If we can toss this on there.
Do it.
You guys have had some experience, and Sabrina's had some bad experience with
Oh my gosh.
Airbnbs.
I only have 2 words on the Mo list, and it's milk dumping. And I don't remember what the hell. What the
I have
hell
no
was that?
idea.
I think we were talking about those stupid TikTok videos with the people with the slushies, and they were like whether or not that's illegal. Like, is it littering? And if we just dumped a whole bunch of milk everywhere, like how much would we have to dump for it
All
to
right,
be?
but when Mo comes in, let's just go milk
Moses. Thoughts?
Milk dumping. What are your thoughts on this? Well, this is Airbnb, and there was somebody who rented a $567 per night Airbnb in Memphis, right? And then the owner of the Airbnb said you have to pay $960 in additional fees because you broke the rules at this household. And Sean Mackey, the guy who rented that Airbnb, said, I'm not paying $960 in additional fees. Screw yourself. This ain't happening. We're not doing it. And the guy says, okay, you want to play that game? Here's a photo from my security system. This is you entering the house for your stay, and this is a woman who is not your wife.
Oh,
that was staying
snap.
with you.
Yikes.
I didn't know
And
what
they
his
said,
wife looked like. I guess
if
going
you-
online.
I guess so. And he said, if you don't pay the $960 in additional fees, I will be emailing this photograph along with the story to your wife. And that's your choice. What do you want to do? And the guy
He
was
chose
like,
the
no.
Letterman route, huh?
Yeah, he just came forward with it. And we got to bring that up. And the Letterman time will be a good one to talk about with Moses. But is this something that would be considered illegal? Because he said, look, I've got a photograph of you. This sure doesn't look like your wife right here.
Well, first of all, it's blackmail, right? Or does there have to be a crime to involve the charge of blackmail?
No, I think
don't know.
blackmail still falls under personal stuff. Like blackmail was always back in the 90s. It's like, I'm going to tell everyone you're gay.
What is the difference between blackmail and extortion? Is there a difference between those two things?
Let's see.
Let's do a Googs.
Because extortion, as I know it, my brain definition is that you are attempting to influence somebody to do something. Otherwise, you're going to punish them. You're
Extortion
extorting.
is violence, threats, and other forms of coercion. Blackmail refers to a specific type of extortion in which a person demands payment under threats of revealing the secret information.
All right, so the blackmail doesn't necessarily involve force, which could be involved if it's extortion. And they said an Airbnb host attempted to extort a married guest by sharing security footage of him with another woman after he left a bad review of his stay, according to a lawsuit. Sean Mackey, who lives in Mississippi, rented a house promoted as, quote, little bit more country in Memphis, Tennessee, for a weekend reunion with his old friends. He booked the stay for September 9th through the 11th, for himself and 3 other guests. And they said he didn't want to pay this additional $960
Guys, it was me.
fee.
I'm Sean Mackey.
Oh, Christopher.
They said he broke 2 house rules and he invited more guests than he had
a whole 2
announced.
house rules?
Yeah, you know how they are about these rules. You had your problem with those people that were like crazy sticklers, a book full of rules.
If you cook fish, bacon, or perhaps, there was another thing. If you unplug something, we'll count the chargers and charge you upwards of $2,000.
Didn't they say if you put on perfume?
Yes, that too. Perfume and cologne we had to do outside.
Fuller then retaliated against Mackey by emailing his wife his security camera photo of him and another woman. And so now...
Wait, so he did. This wasn't this guy's choice.
Yeah, he sent it. He actually sent the photo over.
And do we know whether or not, because this is gonna become important, I think. Do we know whether or not Sean Mackey was aware of the camera that captured this footage?
I don't know.
Or were these pictures in a part of the house where he would have had a reasonable expectation of privacy?
I imagine it'd be front door.
Yeah, maybe it's him walking in the front door. In that case, it would be fine. But if it was not somewhere like the front door, like a more public space, that could be another issue. We'll have to run that by Mo. But strange case, and you'll probably see more of that with these stupid fees and Airbnb stuff. You don't get these problems at a hotel, friend. I am a hotel guy. I still love
That's
a
where you do your
great
cheating?
hotel. No.
Take that back right
It's
now.
Valentine's
He
Day,
would
man.
never do that.
I don't
What are
think
you
he
doing to
would
me?
never do that.
Valentine's
That would require him to spend time away from Courtney.
That's correct.
True.
She's also the greatest person ever. So
all right.
I would kill you, Sean.
All right, fine. I've
Truth
got
or
more
dare?
on the other threat. Dare. No. Truth.
If you were the opposite gender for the day, what would you do first?
Masturbate.
All right. And that takes care of that truth or dare for the segment. I mean, I would do the same, but also I feel like, wouldn't you grab your boobs first?
This would be part of the masturbation.
This is the foreplay. Can we put that in a promo?
Seriously, I need an IG video. That might be it.
All
And
right,
they'll ask me to never do it again.
We'll get to an update on the weird threat thing that's going on. Russia space, that's what we know so far. But I tease this, so let me tell you this story about this 4-year-old boy who almost died. They said the 4-year-old allegedly began to hallucinate after drinking the Slushie. He started clawing at his own face.
Oh.
Albie Peg is his name. This is the kid who drank the Slushie.
Sounds like a porn I watched.
Albie Peg. Albie and his mom were at a bowling alley, and he was taken to the hospital. They said when they brought him to the hospital, he was dead weight. They were just freaking out about this. They were really upset. And he said he was very scared, and he wanted his dad to pick him up. They said, according to doctors, it was one particular additive which caused Albie's illness, and it wasn't coloring in the Slurpee. It was glycerol. That's what was in this drink.
Wow.
I guess he was allergic to glycerol, and said the symptoms of glycerol intoxication are usually mild, but at high levels, it can lead to hallucinations and all kinds of other things.
A lot of glycerol.
Violent, though. Like, that's the scariest part.
Yeah. It started like ripping his face off. And he's a little kid. He's 4 years old, this poor guy. And he was able to survive, thankfully, and get through this. Here's our update.
His face looks awful, though.
Might look bad. The update's really not much of anything. They're just saying more information coming soon. There's a lot of meetings going on Capitol Hill right now. And we know that this is about space and about Russia and about some dangerous capabilities.
Everyone on the
that they've
ISS
discussed.
having like a real awkward moment.
I think so.
your
I think they're used to that.
Your country's kind of doing something right now, man. We're just going to stay here, play some cards.
Well, yeah, good. Maybe a good thing we partnered with them on the whole ISS thing so that they won't just nuke it out of orbit. That wouldn't be great. All right, let's get to some dispatches. And we got time to work in a couple here. I've been bad about these today. I'm sorry. But here we go. Hang on. There's like 5 for one person. I'm just going to delete a couple of things, if you don't mind. Excuse me.
Yep.
You go
Okay.
into, is this space or underwater? We found that out?
It's called Sci-Fi in the 50s.
All right. So you're in space. Watch out in space, by the way, for all that Russia stuff. I don't want that to have an impact on you. But, Guitar Slinger is joining us.
No, you don't.
So, $30-something for an entire podcast kit.
Right. What a deal.
You can't even buy a decent microphone for $37.
On Temu, you can.
Base microphone we've all used is SM57, SM58. But sure, those are like $100-$120.
Yeah.
That's bare minimum. That is just, I know what the brand is on that package. Lay garbage.
Yeah, but try
Yeah.
Try it.
I'm tempted, honestly, just to buy it to see what it sounds like. Because what if it ends up being great?
Yeah, what if it sounds like the most amazing thing ever, and then you go, damn, this was $25. This is a crazy deal I got
making
here.
millions on my podcast about knitting.
That would be great. That would be an amazing thing and an amazing deal. Here's Eskimo.
Didn't they already have a knitter podcast?
I did. As I said, I'm like, nope, don't have that niche either.
All right, that was a
Stitch.
racy promo. That was a real racy.
Uppity knitters.
Right. Here's Eskimo, brother.
What up, news junkies?
Hey.
Hey, everybody. C-Lane, Sean, Sabrina, happy Valentine's Day. It's such a great day today. I'm so excited for Valentine's Day today to get my missus, the pickle and maybe some chocolate. But yeah, what you were saying earlier.
Okay, dude.
We have no prizes, but if we did, I'd give you one.
just
the way you
just work
danced
that in
around
there.
it.
Dance. Give my missus, the pickle.
The pickle.
Sean, about that Airbnb. Hell yeah, I'm paying that extra $900 and something because I ain't trying to pay no legal fees and none of the other bullshit stuff.
Okay. All right.
At the end of the day, it is kind of blackmail, you know, but also I ain't trying to pay all the damn legal fees and lawyer fees if my missus finds out. Or maybe she could have just joined the party.
Right.
It would have been a whole lot easier.
Brave option,
Lots
sir.
of pickle, a whole jar.
Really, really brave option. I think maybe just not cheating would be the solution to all this. One more. Here's Tired Mom. She's got something for you.
Happy Valentine's Day, junkies.
Hey!
I'm a news junkie. I love the show, and I just wanted to let you guys know. Keep up the good work. I listen all the time. Hugs and kisses to everyone.
That's very sweet. We love you, too.
Thank you.
Big X,
Thank you for
little
that.
X.
And if you love us, what you'll do is go over to realradio.fm/justokay, and you will buy your tickets for Just Okay 8.
Yeah.
The Ocho. This is a great event.
How is this the first time we're calling it the Ocho?
I don't know. I didn't think of it until right this moment.
It's
But
the
here we
Ocho,
are.
baby.
Go to the Ocho with us. And this is an event where you're going to see a lot of performances. You'll see bands playing on the stage, including Sabrina's band. C-Lane and I are going to be, for the first time ever, doing a duo performance. We got some fun surprises for you. You will be laughing, you will be partying, and you will be having a blast.
Some shock moments, too.
Oh, yeah.
I just booked one of those, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Is
Very
the one
shocking.
that you were talking about when we were...
There's another one, and we're going to need to get some plastic, like the ones that you lay down for things.
That's kind of what you should expect,
Yeah,
folks. This is going to be an event where you watch the stage and you go, oh my God, what is happening right now? Those general admission tickets, they are available for now. For now, they're available up on realradio.fm/justokay. Do not miss out on this event. And just because you're not VIP doesn't mean you're not going to have a good time. You're going to have a blast.
You're still very important to us.
You truly, truly are. All right. Quick break. When we come back, final dispatches.
Yeah.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast on the rest of this Wednesday. If you have any sort of Valentine's Day plans, we're expecting a beautiful Wednesday. Temperatures for highs will be warming into the low and mid 70s with a good amount of sunshine on the way as well. As we look ahead, though, into tonight, we do cool things off and we keep things sunny and dry through the end of this week. However, by the weekend, we do expect the return of chilly temperatures, wind, and rain. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
It may be cool and comfortable right now, but before you know it, Florida's intense summer sunshine will be beating down on us and our homes. And if you're tired of watching the sun ruin your furniture and make the inside feel like a sauna, it's time to replace your old windows with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Every single window is custom built with your specs in mind, your hardware choices, styles, look, and feel of your specialty windows. Renewal by Andersen has a great offer to help you get started too. Now through the month of February, buy 4 windows and or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. They're locally owned and operated, and everything is made in the USA. Renovations can be scary, but Renewal by Anderson can make it easy. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. And we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down. Oh, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more. And we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's InventHelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Game-bred bare-knuckle MMA fans, the time is now! March 2nd, Orlando, Florida, live at the Kia Center with a historic main event. Junior Dos Santos. He's got to get out.
Junior Dos Santos has knocked out the Black Beast.
Dos Santos is the victor! Versus Allen, the Talent Belcher, Orlando, Florida, March 2nd. Get your tickets right now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access Program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
Don't miss huge savings on better sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. For a limited time, shop in store to score a Sleepy's Queen mattress for only $89.99. That's over 60% off and the lowest price ever. So hurry in today. This deal is only here while supplies last.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio, 104.1.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Thank you for hanging out with us, friends. We truly appreciate you, and have yet another update on this weird thing that the government is panicking about. The latest quote is from the House Intel chair, so it's the House of Representatives, and it says, quote, White House officials conceded the matter is serious, but there are ways to, quote, contain the threat without triggering mass panic, these officials said.
Okay, so the person who initially said this, is that like a whistleblower?
Not so much. Not in the traditional sense of whistleblower. It's more like they want to talk to the United States about some classified stuff, and they're telling us, like, hey, you got to get this out there. You got to get the president to declassify this so we can discuss this crazy thing that the Russians got going on that we know has to do with space and that we know could trigger mass panic, which is a little bit frightening to think about. I'm sure we'll know what it is by the time the show is rolling tomorrow. So keep with us, and we'll keep you updated, as always. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Actually, hold on. We got to do the final dispatches first. What was I thinking? Oh, my God. Let me go over to those final dispatches. We got funny name is talking about people with joint Facebook accounts.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Hey.
When we all see someone with a joint Facebook account, the instant thought is, all right, who cheated? Same thing with email, and it's just really lame. Before the sharing of locations, my fiance and I do share our locations at all times.
All right.
And it's not to necessarily like spy on each other. It's, oh, you're at the store. Don't forget to get this, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. But it's also not mandatory. If she stopped doing it or I stopped doing it, it wouldn't cause an argument or a rift or anything like that.
You say that. But is that true? Because I imagine if you're in a relationship with somebody, you end up in this place where you're sharing your GPS location with them 24/7. All right? Oh, I could see if you're at the store, and then you can pick up some cottage cheese for me. I could see if you're going by the school to pick up the kids. And then if you mysteriously, in the middle of all that, said, I'm not going to do this anymore, and the person that you're with, your fiance, goes, you go to see where they are, and it's like they're not sharing this data with you anymore. You're going to think that there's a reason why they're no longer sharing the data.
Sure. You don't even have to look. It's on your text messages. They'll say,
it tells you?
Yeah, Beige stopped sharing location with you.
Really?
Yeah.
See that, and they'll be like, why would that happen after all these years? What are you up to?
Yeah, we had it turned on for some reason. I can't remember what, or if we were on like a vacation or something. And then I turned it off, and I was like, why'd you turn it off? Why'd you turn it off? Because she gets bored and just likes to note stuff. Like, I could tell that she doesn't have a whole lot to do if I leave the house, and she's like, where are you going? Because she gets the ring alert, and then the other ring alert from the other camera we have was like, huh? And so the eye emoji with the monocle. Hey, where are you going? Where you going? Right? So where are you taking my dog? But I turned it off for the same reason you make fun of me for using airplane mode when I'm on the airplane. I turned it off because constantly sharing your location takes more battery.
Oh, it does. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
But I feel like I need to share with at least one person. Something went down, and it was the weekends especially, because I feel like I would hope with you guys that if I don't show up to work and you don't hear from me by like, I don't know, hour 2, hour 3 of the show, something's wrong. But if it's the weekends, and no one's there to check up on me, I could be dead for days.
I would think if we hadn't heard
Only
from
two
you,
because it's the weekend.
Right.
I think if we hadn't heard from you, Sealand and I, and it was, I think you're right. It would be about halfway through the show where we go, well, she didn't just sleep in, and this is weird that she hasn't like even sent a text message, and the show has started. But if it was like, for the first segment, we would think it was funny. We'd be like, we got her.
Let's wait till she gets in. We're going to give her so much crap.
Remember when Sealand slept in that one time?
Oh, yeah.
And we started
We're
the
having
show.
a time.
And imagine the first
I
thing
think that's
that
only
wakes
happened
you
like
up.
twice.
Yeah. Well, there was the one where you
so
were
jarring for your day too.
You were still in bed, and we called you, and we're like, "Hey, buddy, you coming to work today? You going to do the show?" And you're like, oh my God. Like that's a jarring way to start your day for sure. Yeah. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut and salute. I don't know what I was going to say there.
Okay.
Salute her. So, a big salute. All right, how about that? A big salute to Lightning Epton, who is 103 years old.
Named Lightning?
Yeah, Lightning Epton has been selling tickets to the Daytona 500 since the inaugural race.
Wow.
Juanita Epton, she's nicknamed Lightning.
Oh my gosh! I bet at some point Lightning tells us how much the very first tickets cost.
What, $5?
She didn't in this article, unfortunately. She said, I got that nickname from standing still and then taking off, and I beat several guys' records. So I got the name Lightning then, and it stuck.
Let's see if it sticks now.
I don't know. Well, she's 103, so everything that she's got is sticking for the rest of eternity, I would think. And George Santos was ousted in the campaign to replace him. A Democrat took over the seat. And Celia was saying earlier, I guess, there's screenshots where George Santos was texting all the Republicans that he worked with.
I was like,
hey.
Good luck. I hope you enjoy this $10 million you spent getting me out of here. You guys are all effing like stupid. And like he was just running them down. And the first response from one of the other congressmen was new phone who dis.
Oh,
that means we can't do it anymore.
I know.
Subscribe.
New phone who dis is over.
Yeah, if the oldies are doing it at Capitol Hill, we cannot do it anymore. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Lightning.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, a.k.a. Valentine's Day. And today I learned this gentleman right here. Louis Armstrong is correct. Louis Armstrong was initially considered for the role of King Louis in Disney's 1967 Jungle Book. But one of the writers said, you know the NAACP is going to jump all over having a black man playing an ape, and it would be politically terrible. So the part went to Louis Prima instead, which sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
They were
especially if you wanted it.
Well, yeah, they were afraid they were going to be seen as racist, so they took the job away from the guy that they were going to give. That's dumb. Today I learned the tickets for the
smart. I beg to differ.
It seems like ahead of their
real
time.
smart.
Today I learned, here's your ticket story, Sealand. Tickets to the first Super Bowl cost just $12, which is approximately $106 when adjusted for inflation.
It wasn't even called the Super Bowl back then, I believe.
What was it called?
The first one?
It was just like a championship game.
Yeah.
Boring.
All right. Today I learned Cyndi Lauper did a parody of her Goonies theme song. The Goonies are good enough for this television show.
Bob's Burgers.
That's right. Bob's Burgers is correct.
American what?
She said, I wasn't going to do it. What were you going to say? American
Dad.
Horror Story? Oh, okay. She said, my son wanted me to do it so bad. He loves the show. And he was like, come on, Mom. It's hysterical. Do it. She decided to do it because of her kid. A lot of celebrities end up doing that, taking roles for their kids. And finally, today I learned this guy right here.
Sweetest guy.
Oh, Elton John. That's right. Elton John has frequently said that without songwriter Bernie Taupin, there would be no Elton John.
Who's bottoming?
They have been collaborating on music for 56 years, since Elton was 20 and Bernie was 17 years old. And some of the biggest songs by Elton John were written by him, including this one, which is a great, great song for Valentine's Day.
Love you.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. And we'll see you later, everybody.